So we're talking about Jay Leno's interview, talking about not shitting on your audience, and then we're also talking about Sydney Sweeney is taking some big fat W's with her American Eagle ads. So we're going to talk about both of them right now. So I get online after work, and then I saw a little bit like coming over the feeds for my on my phone, and about Jay Leno basically telling people not to shit on their audience, which is this show right here. We've been talking about that very thing, and then also Sydney Sweeney had some jean ads that have come out, and she's racist, and she's misogynist, and she's a Nazi, and it's all complete BS. So we're going to talk about it right now. And my main man, Julio, is here.
Thanks for having me on, Derek. Appreciate you allowing me to invite myself onto your show.
It's awesome. Well, it was one of those things is like it's blowing up. And I got a lot to say about this because we've had conversations about this, about shitting on your audience.
Mm-hmm. I have not seen the Jay Leno thing.
What was that?
I have not seen the Jay Leno thing you're talking about, but I've certainly seen the Sydney Sweeney thing you're talking about.
Okay. So yeah, I've definitely seen some clips and stuff like that. So give me 1 second before we get into it. I'm about to sneeze.
All right. This stream is sponsored by Coors Light. Enjoy your local beer as you can. And by Sudafed, if Derek isn't back within a couple of minutes. Anyway, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. That would be great. We'd appreciate it. We did a show yesterday on wrestlers in movies in terms of how well they acted, a tier list. That was a fun show. I'm sure Derek will be chopping that up. And we've got a movie review coming up of a movie called Peanut Butter Falcon. We should be taping that tomorrow. I don't know, taping, that's probably not the right word, but that's what we're doing. And there he is back. You all right? You all right there, Derek?
Yeah. Like I can feel my face like wanting to sneeze. I'm like, okay, I got to jam real quick. Oh, we got a special guest.
We may have a buddy coming. There he is.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, ladies? How are you tonight?
Hey, no, it's going.
How's it going, Dave?
Great, man. What a fun stream I just had.
Mm-hmm.
I caught a little bit about it. I know you're really enjoying the duck races and pretty fun.
Well, the chat's awesome, Julio. That chat is great.
Mm-hmm.
We're just having a good time talking about this stuff. And Julio's like, damn it, I didn't win again. Like, I need to win again. Like, I can see the stain on his face. What are we talking about tonight, guys?
Okay, so Jay Leno did an interview at the Ronald Reagan. I think it's at the library, and he's talking about how you should not shit on your audience, and that he had worked with some comedians over the years that he didn't know their politics and he didn't care. It was all about the art. So that's the first thing that we're going to EFAP is the Jay Leno interview. It's like 20 minutes. And then you can't get away from the Sydney Sweeney commercials where she's a nice looking girl, very attractive. And she did some American Eagle ads where she's showing off her femininity, and she's talking about jeans, but she's talking about the jeans that you wear. And now she's a eugenics proprietor. She's a Nazi and all this other stuff. So we're going to talk about both of those and take a look at the ad and stuff like that. So that's what we're talking about.
Now, Dave here is a known Sydney Sweeney detractor. Am I correct, Dave? Okay, so
on her hotness, or she's just not a good actress?
She's overrated in all categories.
Okay. I mean, I agree that if you were to, take the hottest of hot girls in the 80s and 90s,
not even making the top fucking 100, dude.
Probably not. Like Cindy Crawford back in her day. Yeah.
No. She's mid compared to 80s and 90s hot chicks.
I mean, I do have to. She's hot, but I do have to agree with you that there's a lot of ladies that are a lot more attractive.
Oh,
I will be the dissenting opinion on this panel, but we'll get to Sydney Sweeney later.
She's hot though.
Yeah, ridiculous.
All right, so I'm going to share my first screen. So we're going to check out this Jay Leno interview.
All right.
So is Jay Leno rewriting history here? Is he so old now that he's like, I'm the good guy from back in the day? Because Jay Leno was a piece of shit back then too. I'm just asking the question, guys.
All right. So we'll hold up though. Qualify that.
I've only seen clips, so
yeah.
Well, he stole the job from David Letterman. Okay, so first off, he's a piece of shit. David Letterman worked his ass off to get that fucking job after Carson left. And Leno snuck in there and hobnobbed with NBC and said, I'll be better because I'm Jay Leno. And Letterman went to CBS and destroyed Leno, in my opinion.
All right.
I'm just asking. That's all I care about, because Leno is a stink in the grass piece of crap. Did that qualify enough for you, buddy?
I think so. I was just asking what you're. Yeah, I think so.
Even though they both came from the same comedy store and were friends.
However, Letterman was loyal and sat in that second slot forever.
True.
Forever, and then this is your job, dude, and it wasn't. They gave it to Leno, and Dave's like, so let me go to CBS and go against him. And I wasn't watching Leno. I'm watching Dave Letterman. I just thought he had a better personality.
I'm a Leno guy. I like Leno, but that's my personal preference.
I like Leno as a person more than Letterman, but when Leno and Letterman were going head to head, to your point, Dave, I'd watch Letterman. It was more entertaining.
Personally, I actually think Jay Leno, when he's not on screen, he's into cars, he's into that stuff. That's kind of cool. I like that stuff about him. I just wish he would come off more authentic sometimes, dude. He just comes off fake, and I don't like it. Like I don't know, dude. But maybe that's just his personality, and I'm overreacting. But first, let me really, really, really clarify this. I don't give a shit about any late night TV hosts. They're all stupid. I didn't watch any of that shit unless it was on accident, Julio. I wasn't tuning in at 11:05 on every night to see Jay Leno or David Letterman talk after the nightly news. I just wasn't doing it.
I've never been a late night watcher.
Yeah.
Never.
Not a thing. Like, the funniest part about the late night shows was Howard Stern bringing them on and listening to them on there, because I was awake and I was listening to Jay Leno or David Letterman be real people. That was kind of fun. But I wasn't watching their nightly show. I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how those shows were so successful. How was Johnny Carson successful? Who cared? Really?
I liked Uncle Johnny back in the day when I was a kid. It was like comfy viewing late at night if you were still up. And the other thing is, Dave, in my opinion, you had, like you were saying yesterday, Derek, you had channels like I had 4, 5, 7, 9, 20, and 26.
Yeah. And UHF. And you had UHF also. Yeah.
Yeah. There was nothing else to choose from. And if you had the TV on, probably better than anything else.
So it was more popular based off of the options that were available.
Yeah.
Once those options expanded a lot, that framework kind of went by the wayside. I think it's kind of dated.
Plus, stars back then, Hollywood stars back then, were a little more mysterious. So that when they were on the television, I guess people wanted to watch because they weren't all over social media like they are now. So it's like, ooh.
Well, that was like that was the. I think that was the whole draw for people that cared about media. That's why they would stay up that late, because, you know, Tom Selleck, Harrison Ford were going to be on Johnny Carson or whatever, and we'd get 15 minutes of them laughing with each other and saying some jokes. And then, you know what they didn't do after the show is get on Twitter to make us all hate them. So we had this persona of some people we liked, because Johnny would slap him down. Like, really?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you're kind of gay. What are you doing that shit for? Like, he wasn't afraid to slap these people down. So, I mean, that was great. I just, honestly, and Derek, I know you're a big fan of all this media stuff, which is great. I'm not a maker. I'm a fan of watching it. Yeah. But I think social media has ruined my digestion level for any of these actors or actresses.
Because you know too much about them.
I don't care. Yeah. Like, and they try to show us themselves, you know, without the makeup. I don't want to see that. The fantasy is the makeup. Stop being real. Stop it. I don't need realism here. I don't need that.
You need to escape from reality. That's what entertainment's supposed to do, is take you out of your mindset and put you somewhere else. You don't need to be preached about, you know. Yeah.
Even if it's something that's like, it's kind of depressing, but at least the chick was hot. God damn, she was good to look at, right? Now we don't get that. We get, oh my God, she's so ugly and fat. I'm just gonna watch. I'm gonna kill myself for watching this fucking movie.
That's pretty funny. All right, let me go ahead and start it, and then we can stop and talk about it.
Jay Leno, thank you so much for your hospitality.
Well, thanks for coming, you guys. I appreciate it.
We're here in Jay's garage in Burbank, California.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious we're in a garage. Just can't say this is my living room. But you know, a lot of divorced guys, they have a living room looks like this. And I remember walking in one guy's house, and he had a Harley in the living room.
Pause it, Derek.
I said, "Single man, are you?" He goes, "Yeah."
How old is Jay at this point?
He's got to be in his 80s, right?
I think so.
Is he that old?
Yeah. I have a Jay Leno story where I lived in Burbank for almost 5 years, and Jay would hang out in Burbank. He would go and just go order coffee, and people were like, "Hey, Jay." Like, he's very personable.
Oh, I can imagine. So, like I can. You don't collect these kind of cars and not be a real guy, dude. Because you got to, you know, what you got to do to buy these cars is talk to real people. You got to go up to them and say, "Hey, I want to buy your car," and they go, "You're Jay Leno." I know, but I still want to buy your car at the price I can afford, and I'm gonna have to refinish this fucking thing. Now Jay knows that Jay's got it going on here. That's what I like about it. Like, oh. Most guys would say this is a garage. No, Jay, you know what you got. I think he has like 180 cars or something like that. Yeah, and God bless him, dude. Like, if I could do that, I would. Like, God bless him.
I think it's airplane 75 at Burbank Airport. I think he owns a complete hangar.
Does he have kids?
I don't know if he does or not.
Let's see. He is 75 years old. He's been married for 45 years now to the same person.
Wow, good for Jay.
Yeah. I don't see that he has any children, though.
That's all these cars going to some fucking goddamn car museum somewhere.
Yeah, so I was in Burbank sitting at a light, and all of a sudden this car looks like almost like a bullet. Like, I see it like behind me, about half of maybe 2 blocks behind me. And I'm like, what the heck is that? And I'm sitting at a light, and Jay Leno pulled right up next to me. It looked like it almost looked like a bullet that had like no top on it. And I just kind of looked over at him and just waved. It was a cool car.
Was it yellow?
No, it was like a silver. Almost looked like a bullet.
Oh, cool. Did he wave back?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he does not have children because his. Let's play this because I'll.
His wife is barren. Is that what you're saying, Julio?
No. But let's get through some of this, and then I'll pop in with the little anecdote.
You know, I just saw the motorcycle in the living room. It's kind of a dead giveaway that you're single.
Well, this is a pretty spectacular spot, and we're very close to the Burbank Airport. So if people hear a plane, it's okay. Nothing bad about it.
This guy talking to Jay knows dick about cars or about cool quads. He's just talking to Jay Leno, and he's trying to say all the cool words. He's like, where's my fucking Hyundai? I need to get out of here. Like, he has no idea what he's looking at.
He has the gold. Well, it's a divorce guy. They've got a motorcycle in the driveway. Well, first of all, if you're a divorce guy, you don't have a driveway, and you probably have a 2012.
You have a fucking moped, not a motorcycle.
Right. Exactly. In a parking space like a block away.
Right.
No.
Like, this is a cool spot. I'm so cool. I'm with Jay Leno. Dude, Jay Leno's like, oh my God. What this? Even Jay knows, like, this is gay.
No problem.
But thrilled to be here with you, and thank you for your hospitality. Look, you're a professional comedian. You've had a tremendous career, and you've said in interviews that President Ronald Reagan actually made you laugh. You, a comedian. So can you tell us a little bit about...
Reagan was good. Obama was a really good comic, too. Reagan had that performer thing. I had dinner with him. He said, Jay, were you a good student? I said, Mr. President, I'm dyslexic. So I said, Jay. Yeah, I was.
I'm yelling at my dogs.
Either.
Sorry.
Every day I kicked myself thinking how much further I could have gone if I just applied myself. I thought that was the greatest line I ever heard. It knocked me off the chair. It's just so funny. You're president of the United States. If I just done a little bit more, it really made me laugh. He was a funny man.
That is, it's amazing. And it sounds like you got along with him in your interactions with him.
Yeah, I vote on character, not necessarily politics. So he was a decent man. I liked him. We talked to you, Jay. I had an Indian motorcycle. Have you ever an Indian? I do, Mr. Oh, what do you have? We're talking about.
Well, Ronald Reagan obviously was an actor, but he was also the president of the Screen Actors Guild. So you better kind of cozy up a little bit with him if you want the benefits of the Screen Actors Guild. So Ronald Reagan had clout.
Yep. And
Ronald Reagan, okay, they talk about how great of a fucking speaker Obama was.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Ronald Reagan sucked me in every time he talked to Julio. Like, holy shit. Like, it was your dad or your granddad telling you, them commies, they're coming for you, guys. We need to protect our country. We need to protect our healthcare. Like, he was the shit. Like, I loved him. Obama, hi. Turned it off. Just I'm out. Like, no, I'm out. Don't care. Nothing authentic about Obama ever. I never heard one authentic thing come out of Obama's mouth. I legitimately think that Reagan loved this country. And I legitimately think that he wanted to see the Russian or the East German people free. He wanted that. It's not that it was a marketing ploy. He did not want to see the fucking wall in Germany, dude. Like, open that wall, Gorbachev. What are you doing?
Yeah.
There's a reason he was called the Great Communicator, because he was a great communicator.
Oh yeah.
He was. Yes.
Yeah, watching the early speeches he did.
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Every now and again,
the 1960 speeches when he's talking about the whole thing with fascism or socialism or communism taking over a country, and then it's so good. Like, and he was the president of the Screen Actors Guild, and he was doing that. He's like, "Hey, I'm a fucking American first. You can suck your Actors Guild right up your ass." Yeah,
for the most part, I liked him. There was a couple things where I didn't necessarily agree because he closed a bunch of the insane asylum places, which I think we need now.
That was a complete mistake.
Yeah.
Complete mistake.
Yeah,
there are no. It's all pills. Everybody's on drugs.
Yeah.
And no, I would rather have them be locked up in a room with Nurse Ratched and Jack Nicholson fighting her to get his ass out of there, rather than a bunch of zombies on the street, homeless, but they can go get their fucking mental goddamn drugs every Monday. Yeah, Reagan fucked that one up for sure.
Yeah, he also fucked up. His decisions are one of the reasons why we suffer from losing our country to immigrants, because he gave asylum to like millions of people who came across Mexico, and they all had children who now are
5.8 million people. Yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah. So he really fucked up on that. But overall, was he funnier than Obama? Yeah.
Yeah. He was a net positive. I mean, it's the same thing with Trump is there's some things I love about Trump. There's some things I don't. But as far as being a net positive, I like Trump. I think he's for his missteps, or if he screws something up, he's done a lot of stuff that's been good. So it's like people aren't perfect. You know what I mean?
Yep. He's at least fun.
Yeah, he's at least fun.
It's just a lot of fun.
Well, you performed at the White House Correspondents' Dinner a remarkable 4 times in your career. Mm-hmm. And I'd love to go back to the first time you did that in 1987, when President Reagan was present, and it was obviously in his administration. What are some reflections on that?
Well, that was interesting because you're sitting backstage, and it's just, we have this audience. I'm just sitting there in the green room, and this general comes back. He's got all the, he's, hey, you come here. What's your name? Jay Leno, sir. Jay, let me tell you something. That is the President of the United States. That is my boss. He is the commander-in-chief of the, you don't denigrate him. You don't make fun of him. And he's poking me, I said, well, I'm a comedian. I don't care. He's just yelling at me, he's just doing this. I said, well, I would say, you be respectful. I'll give you this.
All right, so can you pause it, Derek?
I'm thinking, man,
this was, 1990 or 1980s or whatever?
Yeah.
Liable against public figures wasn't a thing. Everybody understood back then that they were all targets. Now they're all fucking faggots, and they want to sue people for talking shit about them. So Jay, I kind of think this is bullshit. Reagan wasn't going to sue you for libel. He wasn't going to do it. He's not that guy.
Trump would, but Reagan wasn't.
Yeah.
And that was all the, how Johnny Carson would come out, Leno would come out, and they do a little bit, like a 10-minute routine at the beginning. It was always like the president was always a target for the monologue, is what they call it. It doesn't matter who, Carter, Nixon, Reagan, they just were telling jokes. Just jokes.
Yeah, it's all jokes. It's all fun and games. And you know what? They all laughed at him. Even Nixon laughed at jokes, dude.
Yeah.
Nixon was fucked over. That was some bullshit. But Jay Leno's going to tell us that Ronald Reagan's advisor said it would be liable? No, I don't think so. Yeah.
Trump's the only president I can think of doing that bullshit, which he has.
Well, do you blame him, though, dude? Like, every time he wakes up, they say Donald Trump, well, he was whatever.
He's a fascist. He's a Nazi. Yeah.
True.
Well, and the 2 lawsuits he had is because they called him a grapist when he was cursed for being a grapist.
That's fair. Johnny Carson never called Richard Nixon a grapist. That is a good point. It's escalated a little.
Jokes about flashlights, Julio. Flashlights and guys in black suits. And the problem with that whole thing is it wasn't a big deal. Like, those fuckers from the Washington Post, that their entire career, they were tipped off. They were all tipped
Bernstein.
Off. Yeah, they can go suck dicks to China.
Bob Woodford gave the speech at my son's college graduation. It was
you should have fucking just brought out your little pistol in Minecraft.
Yeah, punchable phase.
It was the worst, and I'm not just because it's him and I disagree with his politics. It was the worst commencement speech I have ever heard, and he was going in on Trump, and people were leaving, like people's graduates' fathers, like me. I'm like, I'm not here to listen to this bullshit.
No, I want to hear about what you can do to be like I was. Like, not that. Imagine, hey Derek, You're making a movie, huh? I sure am. Well, hey, don't do this. Do this. And if you don't do this, you'll be successful. And if you don't agree with me, you can go fuck off, because that's what these people do. It's that's why I have mad respect for Derek and Julio. Y'all don't do what you do for money. You do it for the love.
Yeah.
Correct. I love music,
I'd rather
so I make it.
somebody that makes indie films and then take money for somebody that's got. Well, if you take this money, it's got strings attached. Hell no, I don't want nothing attached. I want to tell stories.
I understand that, but do you ever feel like Derek, if you had somebody else's money, you could tell a better story? Not because the story's going to be better, but just because you have the time to tell it. That's what I mean. Like, oh, I can actually afford this because I can pay the actors, I can run the film, or whatever I need to do to make this work.
To make a bigger production, as far as like maybe art department and wardrobe for like people that would be in soldiers' costumes and all kinds of stuff, then yes.
Okay.
I can make it quality wise. I can make it better. As far as the story, that's kind of debatable. Because it's
I don't mean the story. I just mean the overall production level. Yeah, like the production level matters too, right? Like,
to use an allegory from music and writing songs, like I hear what you're saying, Dave. More PR would be good. Maybe better videos would be good, but the chords and the notes and the melodies
they're the same. But if it doesn't catch my attention, I don't know it exists, right?
Yeah.
So, and that's why Hollywood's Hollywood, Dollywood's Dollywood. All these record companies, or who they were back in the day, now they're dead. Like, and now I don't even know who makes music anymore. Like, I really could give a fuck less, because they've ruined it for themselves. They didn't want to deal with the record companies. You should have, dude, because they knew what the fuck to do to make you popular. Now they're just hoping that you're fucking popular on YouTube and you'll download some fucking videos on Apple Music or Spotify. Okay.
Speaking of which, the prominent citizens on Spotify, Apple, Amazon.
Check it out.
That out there. Yep. Anyways.
Shout out.
But you know what I'm saying, right, Julio? If a record company signed you up tomorrow, you would take it, because they're going to do all the work for you.
Yes. I could just do what I'm decent at and write the music.
Right.
And not have to play it.
I get irritated in 2025 because you got some of these clowns that are talking about calling people issues and all this other dumb shit, and calling, well, this person was a racist 25 years ago, but they're still accepting the money that was made 25 years ago from that record. So it's all bullshit. It's all lies. It's all propaganda. It's all trying to get somebody on your side, and it's like you're bashing somebody and you're making money based off of that person's art.
Yep. Which is why I think like what we're watching here, like Jay Leno's, I'm assuming, going to speak like, don't insult your audience, like don't alienate half the country. It's just, if you're a musician, make your music. If you want to say something, say it in your lyrics. But you don't have to get on X and interview and speak from the rooftops. Just because you can play guitar doesn't make you any smarter than anybody else, or act or direct or write or anything.
And are you going to gain any more people watching your stuff if you side with them? That doesn't make any sense. And that's with the right or the left. That doesn't mean either party or whatever. Why would you shit on your audience or your potential audience? It makes no sense to me.
Yep.
A bunch of jokes here. What am I going to do? And then George Shultz comes in. He was Secretary of State at the time, and he looks like he's half in the bag. He's got a drink. He goes, Leno, come here. You get out there. You nail Ronnie's ass to the wall. And I go, well, the general, he works for me. Hey, yeah, I'm higher than him. I'll tell you what. Don't listen to that guy. You know that thing on Reagan? You think that's his real hair color? Do you? I said, well, I never really thought. Not that. And he starts giving me this whole diatribe. Now he leaves, and I'm like, I don't know what to do now. Because I'm by myself. There's nobody there. It's just me. One guy's yelling at the other guy's here. So it was interesting.
No pressure, right? how tough a room is the White House Correspondents' Dinner, especially as somebody who did it 4 times? Because for a comedian, such as you, for the president,
it's like the writers' room at Saturday Night Live. When I hosted Saturday Night Live, the writers would read their jokes or their sketches. I noticed half of them would laugh, and the other half wouldn't. And then it'd be vice versa. I said, "What's up?" Oh, they only laugh at their own stuff because they're on it's such a pressure cooker there. If you don't,
interesting.
They only laugh at their own stuff, but they're politicking with their laugh.
Well, I think what he's saying, and my understanding is that nobody wants their spot to be taken, so they're not going to give anybody else any credit, which is not the idea of a writer's room, I don't think.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Exactly. I want everybody to make money. I don't, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Get material in, and it could be out in 13 weeks, whatever it might be. So it was always that sort of thing. So they only laughed if you made fun of the other side, But it was a different time then. Then it was more of it was a gentle prod. Now it's gotten good or bad, just really political. I mean, I love the fact that Tip O'Neill and Reagan would go for a drink and have a beer and discuss different points of view, which is what I like to do. I don't hate the other side. I mean, it's really not a very good situation.
Well, President Reagan was known as a great communicator, but he himself said that really what he was just doing is communicating great things. And among the great things that he would do is he would tell stories and he would use comedy. So I'm curious, what is your sense as a professional and supremely qualified comedian? What was his sense of timing? What was his ability to deliver?
He had a good sense of timing, and he knew how to be funny. And he had that thing that all actors get. He's got a lot of important things to say, but he's got something funny he wants to say. And you could just see him.
Derek, I'll be brief.
Well, here's a story.
For anybody who criticized Reagan for being an actor, all presidents have to be actors in some way, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they have to sell you a fucking story, Julio. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And how dare Jay Leno critique Reagan's acting ability, who's been acting since the late 40s, early 50s. And Jay Leno was in some slop movies, just like Reagan was. Schlop. They were he's in a movie with a monkey. What was it called?
Oh gosh, I can't remember. I know what you're talking about, but everybody made fun of him because he did a movie with a monkey. I'm like, okay, he did a movie with a monkey.
He did.
Clint Eastwood did a movie with a monkey that was a hit.
That movie
he did
ruled.
3 movies, I think, with that fucking monkey, dude.
Right turn, Clyde.
Right, but I don't like this. Jay Leno wants to tell us about Ronald Reagan's timing. So here's the thing: Ronald Reagan in 1950s was doing timing for those directors.
Yeah,
Jay Leno was doing timing for 80s directors. It's a different world. We've moved on to different levels of whatever the fuck is going on. I will say this, though. Ronald Reagan died, and his hair wasn't all white. Jay Leno, that white hair is fucking disturbing. Just saying.
I don't know, man. That's a good head of hair, though. I got to say.
I think it's what I think
it's a good head of hair, but it's all white, dude.
Yeah, but I'd have that head of hair or that color rather than this head of hair.
Hey, come on, Julio. You know that Jay was leading some fucking group into a burner somewhere in London or in Germany with that hair.
I think Jay's hair was white a long time ago, and he just kept dyeing it for the show.
Yeah.
Oh, you think so?
Oh yeah.
That's fair.
It's a look.
Yeah. And then once he didn't do the show anymore, it's
is that like the ABC song? That's a look. That's a look. The look of love. That's a look. Yeah.
Yeah, he always had a good sense of time.
Oh, the best.
That's a good one.
I mean, he knew how to tell a story. I enjoyed him.
I read that there was an analysis done of your work on the Tonight Show for the 22 years, and that your jokes were roughly equally balanced between going after Republicans and taking aim at Democrats. Well, did you have a strategy?
Let's revise.
It's fun to me when I got hate letters.
What was that?
they're revising history, dude. He worked for NBC. It was never level, dude. It was never a level playing field. NBC's always been left leaning. You know, I don't agree with that, but you
don't think that Jay Leno had enough clout to be able to?
This guy's old, and they're trying to give Jay doesn't look like he's long for the rest of the world, Julio. I'm just saying.
He looks healthier than I do. So.
He looks rough.
To be honest.
No, he looks like Julio. You look like a fucking stud muffin compared to Jay.
I just need to drop about 50 pounds and I'll be back in my playing weight. That's for sure. But I think he looks good for 75. Fuck, come on, Dave. He looks all right.
No, but he looks like my dad did, but in 4 years he was gone. Like, that's my point. Like, it gets us quickly. Like, oh, today I can walk up all these stairs. Tomorrow I need a fucking ventilator because I can't fucking breathe.
Derek, is Jay Leno going to be part of the Frames and Rhythm curse that we did for Hulk Hogan? Remember we were talking about.
Wait a minute. So
we plan on doing a wrestling show, and then Hulk
Hogan. On Derek, what channel is this streaming on?
What channel? Frames and Rhythm.
All right, we need to promote. We need more people in the chat. What the fuck, dude?
That'd be great.
Friends and Rhythm.
Frames,
yeah.
You know, like picture frames and then rhythm music.
I know the fucking word. Yeah, frames.
Hold up, I'll be right back. I have to get some bourbon that Dave's lovely wife sent me because I got to get on Dave's level during this.
Frames and Rhythm. Frames and Rhythm.
Yeah,
correct. It's the one that we've been. Never mind.
RYH or RYTH. Frames and Rhythm. All right. God damn it! Why aren't you showing up, Derek?
I think he looks great, but I mean, he is a Grizzly veteran.
Yeah, I got to tell you, man. I think I'm done with X. X sucks in every capacity.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I hate it. I really do.
I've got probably maybe 100, probably about 100 videos on X, and I'm still not getting any traction. I post at least once a day, maybe twice a day. Nothing. Then I'll see somebody's got less than me, and it's like, how are they getting like all this reach?
Wait a minute. Well, you said you got multiple packages today?
Yes. Send me back a note if that was sent in error, and I will take care of it.
Okay.
Scorpio, because it was my name, and then I had Flick Story Entertainment at the end of it, and I wanted to have the name of it kind of reflect on what we talk about, because it all started from the Sunday show, and we talk about music and movies pretty much a lot. So it's like
it's very confusing. Like I thought I was subbed. Like, woof.
All right. Well, cheers, boys.
Cheers,
George. What are you drinking?
Stag.
Oh, GTS.
Oh, he's got one of the fancy bottles.
I do. I was so excited,
dude. That's a $1,200 or $1,900 bottle.
Nope. Down the hatch, boys. Cheers.
Cheers.
Down the hatch. Holy shit. Sip that shit, Julio. Don't down it.
I'll chase it with the Coors Light.
God damn it. Don't treat it like it's fucking Jack Daniels on a Saturday night. Holy shit.
Some famous on you and your Republican friends. Well, Miss Line, I hope you and your Democratic buddies are happy. Over the same joke. And I go, well, that's good. So that's how you get a whole audience. Now you have to be content with half the audience because you have to give your opinion. I did a lot of dates with Colin Powell, where I would come out and do some jokes, and then I'd bring him out and interview him on stage.
Who was a fucking
and he told me that if you're going to run for president, the greatest day is the day you announce. From that on, it's downhill, because every day you'll say something which some portion will hate, and it just always struck struck me as very interesting.
So how did we get to this place? So, or do you have advice for comedians today to sort of bring it back to something?
Rodney Dangerfield and I were
legend
friends. I knew Rodney 40 years. I have no idea if he was Democrat or Republican. We never discussed. We just discussed jokes. And to me, I like to think that people come to a comedy show to kind of get away from the things, the pressures of life, wherever it might be. And I love political humor. Don't get me wrong, but it's just what happens was people wind up cozying too much to one side or the other.
Comedy can be used to unite or divide people. Do you have any advice on how we can use it for common ground?
This is a great uniter. Funny is funny. People either, it's funny when someone who's not, who you make fun of their side and they laugh at it, that's kind of what I do. I just find getting out, I don't think anybody wants to hear a lecture,
True.
To me, it's just, when I was with Rodney, it was always the economy of words. Get to the joke as quickly as possible. One of my favorite Rodney jokes like that was I walked past the bar. It said topless and bottomless. I went in. There was nobody there. I mean, it's just a great joke. It makes perfect sense. Nobody there.
Well, and it's worth noting that both you and Rodney Dangerfield experienced and have been experiencing enormous success, right? So,
Can you pause, Eric? I'm sorry. I wanted to get your opinion.
Well, why shoot for just?
Yeah, I'm trying to let Jim in, but I only have 3 windows. I'm trying to figure out how to add another window.
You probably only have 3. Do you just have the basic one?
Yeah.
So you only have 3 to let me be on audio. That's fine.
God. Okay.
No, so big deal.
Who's this fucking guy we're listening to?
We're getting a torso view of Dave right now. What's up, Jim?
What the hell, Jim? Like, what is that?
What do you mean?
Jim, what?
The interviewer brought up an interesting question. How did we get here? When did people start losing their sense of humor? Like, what happened? Hey,
I saw you.
There?
I don't know. I guess if I don't have my camera on, it keeps me off the screen. I don't know.
Well,
that's possible.
Whatever.
I'm not dressed yet to be on the show. I'm still in my t-shirt. So.
Because Jim's got like 97 articles to read in an hour.
Yep.
45 minutes. Yeah,
that's a lot.
Love it.
I know, dude. Like, holy shit, Jim! Like, you're committed to this. Like, goddamn, man.
I'm giving it the old college try.
Yep.
Yeah, but you're 70 at this point, so
giving it the old GED try.
So, Derek, back in the day when Jay Leno was telling jokes, Johnny Carson was telling jokes, people would laugh at the jokes, and not feel so offended and attacked. What the interviewer asked, like, how did we get here? Like, why are people so thin-skinned now? Like, what happened?
Bad parenting, number one.
No, Obama ruined it for everybody.
No, it's just things changed. People used to know, like, it used to be unacceptable. Like Michael Jordan said, Republicans buy sneakers too. It was always known that you don't alienate half the fucking country.
Population, right.
You don't. Doesn't matter what your personal opinions are. Does anybody know what Johnny Carson's political opinions were?
Nope. Don't care.
Didn't care.
Or what was it? Ed Sullivan? Or any of those people?
David Letterman or any of them.
Letterman kind of towards the end, you kind of figured out. Same thing with like they started, like it changed. Like
at that point, Jim, but for 30 years we watched and we had no idea.
No, the change happened with Obama.
He fucked it all up.
But I'm not. It's not so much Obama's fault, but I'm saying with Obama, people, it was like this thing, like, oh, everyone has to support Obama, and it was like
No, it was Obama's fault.
I hear what you're saying, Jim.
He brought race back into the conversation when it wasn't for a long time. It was just right or wrong. Like, that's not cool, dude. Like, fuck, that guy needs to go to jail. White, black, Hispanic, whatever.
Like, when did the Daily Show become big? Because that was like the first show that was like completely political late night show, and then that seems like everybody was like, oh, the Daily Show, everybody likes the Daily Show, it's getting good numbers. So then all the regular late night shows, which were just comedy that used to just bring comedians on to be funny and different, like actors and stuff, like Colbert's show had 0 like people on that weren't leftists. Like I had the stats last night. It's like like everyone they ever brought on, like were like either Democrat politicians or Democrat like activists, or that's it. You know, other news people like leftists on CNN or MSNBC people. That's all they brought on. That's it. They didn't bring on anybody like to just talk about movies and stuff. It was always political. Everything was political. It was a political agenda. So they, you know, it is what it is.
Those style of shows started early 2000 with like the Daily Show.
The Daily Show was during Bush. So like, but that was the first one. The Daily Show was the first one, and then they had the Colbert Show, which was like it was the whatever. Right? Was it the Colbert Show or?
I think it was the Colbert Show.
Where it was like, and he was like pretending to be right wing, and they were like mocking the right.
It was a bit.
It was a bit, you know.
Yeah.
Colbert was a bit. He was a piece of shit.
Oh, I never liked him ever.
You know what? I'm going to back up Colbert for a second. I mean, I wish he wasn't a leftist because I hear him talk about shit like Tolkien and Rush. Like he's a super nerd. You know, like I'm like, oh, he knows a lot of shit about.
Well, here's the thing, though. I don't think he really likes those things because if he did, he wouldn't have his opinions that he has because Tolkien and Rush are completely libertarian people.
Yeah, that's Tolkien was a hardcore.
I mean, the entire Rush's entire catalog is basically lifted from the Fountainhead and
Ayn Rand,
and Ayn Rand, and you know,
what is it? I can't remember what the school of thought was, but you
know, and same thing. Like like you look at like these other, I don't know. I mean, like it was so much better before when musicians and these actors and stuff when they didn't tell you what their politics were, when they just kept it to themselves. Yeah, and because it's been really upsetting to me to see some of these people where it's like, damn, why did you turn out to be like this?
Or like I was saying earlier, Derek, we were like, or just say it in your songs. Like if you want to write about something that you feel strongly about, keep it to your songs. Don't go out and
we know too much about people now, and it's not a mystery about the person. Like I don't care what their politics is. I care about the art. And it's like nowadays, it's like you have to pick a team, and I hate all that.
Yeah.
You guys see the shooting in New York?
I heard about it. I haven't seen it or anything.
Yeah, there was some guy. There's a picture of the guy they were trying to say was white. He's not white at all.
Yeah, he looks
like got an afro.
Of course. Like they were trying to say before that. This person's not transgender, and you see a picture of them, they're transgender. It's like, come on,
please.
Like I'm tired of the lying. You know what I mean? Like they think you're stupid. That's the stuff that just drives me insane.
Well, that's an interesting conversation that doesn't. Well, go ahead, Eric. I'm not going to
like to bring people into the big picture. I don't understand why you would alienate one particular group, or just don't do it at all. I'm not saying you have to throw your support or whatever, but just do what's funny,
Well, picking up on one of the themes you just referenced, you once said in an interview that, quote, the odd thing is you find that Republicans, for whatever reason, seem to be able to laugh at themselves more than Democrats. Why do you think that is?
Well, that's probably true. I think that is true, actually, because, I guess I don't know why that is. Well, sometimes, I always say when I think I'm a Republican, they do something greedy. When I think I'm a Democrat, they do something stupid. So you kind of get caught in the middle there a little bit. I'm not sure. I'm one of those people. I'm a moderate. I'm in the middle. I'm socially liberal, but fiscally conservative. When I was a kid, Republicans were about banking and defense. What Larry and Bill did, what do I care? But now everybody seems to be in everybody else's business all the time. I did when John Boehner was there, I did things for him, and I did a bunch of Republican things, and they were wonderful. They're very good audiences. They're funny, And I kind of made fun of their guy, and okay, I'm not sure you could do it.
Somebody's audio is feeding into the show.
You came to California in about 1973.
I know.
Dave.
Did pause, Dave. I want to comment on what I just heard.
Who won for me on my show tonight was
that right?
Yeah.
So Ronald Reagan was governor,
right?
And you lived through obviously the last few years of his governorship, Obviously, he was president. You, I'm sure, knew of him as an actor before that.
Oh yeah.
What does Ronald Reagan mean to you now?
Well, you know, Fred DeCarter, who was the executive producer on the Tonight Show when I was guessing with Johnny, he directed Bedtime for Bonzo, and he and Nancy, you know, they all worked
That's
together.
the monkey
you know,
movie.
so. And the Secret Service loved me in Beverly Hills. You know, to me, I went down to see President Bush at his ranch, and no Secret Service guys. You land there in what's the town? It's,
Waco?
No, not Waco. What?
Crawford.
I'm sorry. Okay, there's a gas station and a dollar store. And then you drive down 20 miles down this dirt road, and there's a hut with like half a dozen Secret Service guys doing this. And they're all day just surveying this flat land. There's nothing there.
They like Santa Barbara a little better.
Yeah, it used to be Bel Air, you know. And, you know, you check in with those guys, and it's another 15 miles to the house down this dirt road, you know. And Bush loves it. Oh, he thinks it's great that. And these service, because when they get off work, what do? They go to the Hampton Inn or something and sit and wait till tomorrow. It's just like with the guys with Reagan in Beverly Hills. Oh, they loved it. They're right in the middle. They're around the Sunset Strip. You know?
Well, if you had interviewed Ronald Reagan on the Tonight Show or in Jay's garage, what is there anything you wish you could have asked him upon reflection? Or
you know, I enjoyed Politicians My Favorite, because when you have Batman on the show, you're not really talking to Batman. You're talking to a guy playing Batman. When I would have Newt Gingrich or anybody else on the program, you just get to see a side of them that maybe you don't, you know, it was funny when I remember watching Hillary Clinton had the nomination locked up. And then Barack Obama announced he was running for president. So I called him up and I said, hey, you want to come to the Tonight Show? Oh yeah. And he comes out, rents a car by himself, drives to the Tonight Show, walks out, you know, and he's got his coat over his shoulder like he does, you know. He said, he walks on the stage, Jay, my name's Hossein Barack Obama. I'm running for president of the United States. I said, oh, good to see you. Let's see, a black guy from Chicago whose middle name was Hussein. I said, you shouldn't even have to campaign. I just think you're a shoo-in right there. And, you know, he had a good sense of humor. He thought that was really funny. You know, a good laugh. And he gave me his phone number. I had his cell phone. Okay, and then he gets elected president, and then he comes back on the Tonight Show. First time a sitting president ever done that. This time, the whole parking lot is tented. Mm-hmm. So from a satellite, you can't see where the car goes.
Or security.
Okay, so that was great. So this is what, when you grow up in a small town. So I'm telling my idiot friends from 8th grade, yeah, I had President Obama on the Brahma show. Yeah, it was kind of cool. He gave me a cell phone number. Let's call him up. I go, I'm not going to call him up. Because he's
Frank Obama.
Okay, now we're like 60-year-old.
What was that?
No, I think it's funny that his friends think, "Oh, you've got his number. Well, let's call him up." Sounds like something teenagers would do.
Oh, let's order some pizzas and
yeah, right, right.
Do jerky boys on Obama.
Yep.
Guys doing this back and forth. I go, no, this is stupid. You know, for somebody in show business, but it's the guys you grew up with. You still want to show off with them. You know? So I said, you want all right, I'll call him. Okay, let's call him up. So I hear, Barack here, Mr. President. Yeah, Jay Leno. I'm just here with some of my friends. Lose this number, Jay. Click. That was pretty much.
He literally said that?
Lose this number, Jay. Thank you.
He literally told him to lose this number when he gave it to him when he was just a young politician.
That's fucked up right there.
What a D-bag.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, Obama was always a dickbag.
So it's like, oh, I got what I wanted, so fuck off, basically.
Mm-hmm. Obama was not liked in the Chicago machine. He was enemies with Jesse Jackson. He was enemies with the Democrat Party, with Madigan. With that's why he went after Blagojevich and everything. Like when he ran for Senate, he was not supposed to be the Senate. The endorsed candidate by everyone was Tom Dart, the sheriff of Cook County, was supposed to be the senator. And Obama took it, he was at war with the Chicago machine ever since then.
How did he rise to such prominence?
I mean, he's just Soros.
That's surprising.
Backed by Soros.
He had backing from the certain group of people.
I got you. I gotta go to the bank.
I could call him. Okay, he had backing from the Peastone Rangers, if you know what that is.
What? Wow. Very cool. Oh, it killed me. I thought that was so funny.
You mentioned, some of your childhood friends. You're born in New Rochelle. You grew up in Massachusetts. You came to California. Right. President Reagan's autobiography is An American Life. He grew up with very limited means, had some family challenges, but achieved the highest office in the.
Have you ever been to the Reagan Library in California?
I have not.
Great place. If you ever have a chance to go to California and go to the Reagan Library, do it. It's a museum. They've got they'll have exhibits there. I saw a Lincoln exhibit there. I saw a baseball card. A guy had like a private collection for baseball cards, and it was insane. He had like a Hannes Wagner. Like, it was insane.
What?
Yeah, yeah. I got to see
like
a Hannes
the
Wagner.
card.
Yeah, there's only like 2 or 3 in the world. This guy had one of them.
Where's it at in California? What city or what area?
It's in Ventura County.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to think what the name of the city is. Anyway, Reagan owned that property, and there was a modest house on the property, and they knocked it down after he passed away, and they had the library and everything. And they said that you go into the house of Ronald Reagan, and it's very modest, not like a whole lot of like expensive stuff. Like, the guy was a very interesting, modest guy, especially for all the success he had and being president and stuff. He didn't like just random stuff all over the house, and he'd rather just be out in the hanging out with his horses and his dogs and everything. Kind of an interesting guy.
Yeah.
Land and great successes before that. How do you reflect on your journey? We're here in Jay's Garage, this spectacular collection.
Well, it really doesn't compare, really. Just
but you've led an amazing American life. What are your reflections about America and opportunity and where we are?
Well, I am a huge believer in low self-esteem. I think it's key to success. If you don't think you're the smartest person in the room, you listen to people. To me, the greatest presidents are the ones that have advisors that are at least as smart as they are, and they can get good intel. Having yes men or yes people around you doesn't really do any good. When I did the Tonight Show, I tried to hire the best director, best lighting people. And when the lighting guy said, this light's not, I have so many friends that got you. No, here's what I want. And I want, and now you have staff that hates you. And I saw that so much in show business where people didn't mind losing their job as long as you lost your job because they hate you so much. So to me, the key was always kindness. Surround yourself with smart people. Or
that's funny. That's because they're near the airport in Burbank, so you hear the planes going by.
Smarter people. Lincoln with that the book. What's
Team of Rivals?
Team of Rivals. Yeah, and Reagan did that. He tried to. Was he a great student? No, I was not a good student either. And so he surrounded himself with people who were at least as smart as he. That's not a shot on him. It's just the fact where your strengths are.
And that's something you sought to do. And
And I remember me correctly saying that a few times the last couple of weeks, Julio, where I went to California because I'm an art guy. I wanted to learn how to make movies, and I learned from the best. Like, I shut my mouth and opened my ears and learned from people that are better than me. That's how you get better. I don't
situation
claim to be the know-all of everything. You know what I mean?
Even when my son just started a new job, and I think he was a week in, and he's like, I think these people, I have an idea that's better. And I'm like, for a little bit, not yet. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody thinks there's a hot shot when they show up. It's better to just, like you said, Derek, just listen and learn for a little bit.
Just be a sponge. Just get as much information as you can, because if you're good at what you do, you'll have your opportunity, you'll have your shot.
Yep.
Or at least you can have the attitude that you'll have your shot. It may not come, whatever, but at least you're putting yourself in a position to have some sort of success. That's why I hate all these people that want to blame everybody else, and it's like, no, it doesn't work that way.
Well,
like, you have to put yourself in a good position to have success.
It's the same thing with like making movies, starting a YouTube channel, writing music. Like, when I go to the studio with my co-writer, there's sometimes he comes up with ideas and I'm like, my first reaction is like, I don't know about that, but I trust him enough that I'm like, okay, let's see where it goes. And in the end, almost always, I'm like, oh, all right, I see where you're going, and I learned something from it.
Yeah.
and that always worked. I find kindness always worked. I've never had a situation where kindness, I might still have lost, but I gained something from it as well. I never understand people who feel they have to intimidate and all that kind of stuff. You know?
Tell us about your dinner with Mikhail Gorbachev.
Oh, this is hilarious. It's at Beverly Hills Hotel. He was no longer president. And he had an interpreter. So I'm trying to be, he's got ratio in him, you know. And I said, oh, you look very beautiful. And I said, you obviously married a younger woman. No, a younger woman. She was not a child when she married him. I said, no, I didn't say she was a child. I said, she looks so beautiful. So, and nothing I said could be translated properly. It was like hilarious. But Gorbachev showed me a good joke about Gorbachev. He says, this is the joke they tell of me. And the joke was that two guys are waiting in a bread line for like 8 hours. And one guy goes, 8 hours for bread. It makes you want to just kill Gorbachev. So I want to kill him, you know. And somebody hears him, kill Gorbachev. Yeah, kill Gorbachev, kill Gorbachev. The others cheer, kill Gorbachev. Guy goes, I'm going to go do it. He steps out of line. Comes back 4 hours later. Did you kill Gorbachev? No, that line was longer than this one. I thought that was a great joke.
What a joy to sit with you.
Well, thanks.
Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thanks,
Good luck.
All right. So I got to give props to the interviewer. He asked some good questions.
Yeah, he did.
I think so.
I mean, it'd been nice if he grilled them a little bit more on the comedy side of things, but Jay's right. Where like, why would you piss off half of your audience or half of your potential audience? I never understand that.
The idea of a joke writer is to write funny jokes. That's it. Is it funny or not? Doesn't matter who you're talking about, what you're talking about. But now there's so many other layers to comedy now where you have to, well, is it funny and is it offensive? Which back in the day, you didn't care about the offensive part. You just cared about the funny part.
And who's influenced by people's rhetoric and dumb shit? So this next, we're going to watch the Sidney Sweeney American Eagle ad.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've got one or two liberals commenting on it. And the stuff that comes out of their mouth, it's like they're coming up with all this stuff. And it's like, I didn't see any of that. Like, what are you talking about?
It's a hot chicken and ad like it used to be.
Yes.
That's it.
I don't understand where they're getting their information or their takes from. Is it just spewing garbage out of their mouth and then hopefully somebody agrees with them? Like, I don't quite understand that.
I blame everything on single mothers in general. So that would be my first go-to.
The baby mama era?
Single mothers with daughters and no dads around. Yes. That's why the guy asked a question like, how do we get to this point where people can't laugh at themselves? That's my answer. Always.
I mean, I remember, I played baseball when I was younger and I played high school baseball. And then I started noticing when I was probably 25, 30, that all of a sudden, like the kids were having full headgear as they were walking up to the plate. And they were having bigger mitts and they were having like pads for their legs and all this other stuff. And it's like, what is happening? It's all these people that have an opinion that don't actually play the game. And I think you're right. It's the moms that have to have an opinion. And it's just like, that doesn't make any sense. Okay. So when you play baseball and you play other sports, getting hit by the ball is part of learning.
That's right.
So if you're going to get hit by the ball this time, maybe you ought to change what you did so you don't get hit by the ball the next time. Mm-hmm. And if you put pads and bubble wrap on these freaking kids, they're not learning to take a shot. They're not learning from their mistakes.
Yep. We've talked about it before. Like even like when I was 13, 14 years old and I went out on my BMX in my neighborhood and I had a helmet on, I would have been laughed out of the fucking neighborhood. What's with that helmet? What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Why you got pads on?
Yeah, what's the matter?
What's wrong with you?
Knee pads on a skateboard? What the fuck is? Yeah, but now and I think fathers wouldn't do that. I don't think.
I don't think they would.
No.
My dad basically was like, get up, stop crying.
Yep. And we talked a couple of weeks ago when we were talking about Charles Manson, kind of an adjacent discussion we had about how it all stems from the hippie movement. Free love, feminism, we should have sex with whoever. And then all of a sudden they have sex with somebody, get pregnant, the guy's gone. And, women on their own don't know how to raise kids. It's a 2-person operation.
Oh, like I said, they need to put bubble wrap on them. You ever see what's the Little Giants, the movie The Little Giants?
Haven't seen that.
There's a mom that's in there that has her son that's always sick, and she puts bubble wrap around his entire body, so he's sitting there trying to play football in bubble wrap. It's that type of mentality. It's like that kid's not going to learn anything. Like I said, if you get a shot, then you're going to learn not to do that again, so you don't get a shot again.
Yep. And my commentary is coming from somebody who was raised by a single mom and a grandmother.
That's a female perspective. The guys are going to be like, get your ass off the floor and do it again.
Right.
You could tell it's a female perspective. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of wild. But okay, so I'm pulling up the ad. It's 2 minutes, but it's basically multiple ads kind of in one.
Jim, we're going to bum rush your show later.
That's fine. I'm just typing, getting everything set up right now.
No,
Sorry.
I know. I got it.
Can you hear me type?
I'm warning you. No.
Oh.
Jim, you know who Sydney Sweeney is?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I saw that. I got a bunch of stuff. I got the 2 videos of that.
Oh, okay.
The two crazy videos. So.
And yes, she's very attractive and she's very hot. I don't think she takes the candle to Cindy Crawford and those folks back in the day, but that's just my opinion.
I like boobs and blondes. So she pretty much checks all the boxes as far as I'm concerned.
All boxes are checked.
I'll be honest. She's ridiculously hot.
Yeah. She's nice looking. So I'm just going to let it roll and then we'll comment at the end. And then, like I said, I've got like 1 or 2 responses from weirdos that we could talk about.
I like that you said we're going to EFAP it as opposed to just fapping it. That was an interesting choice, but
I'm not here to tell you to buy American Eagle jeans. And I definitely won't say that they're the most comfortable jeans I've ever worn. Or that they make your butt look amazing. Why would I need to do that? But if you said that you want to buy the jeans, I'm not going to stop you. But just so we're clear, this is not me telling you to buy American Eagle jeans.
Sydney Sweeney has very jeans.
You see what I did there, right? Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very jeans. Sydney Sweeney has very jeans.
Hot girl, cool car.
Jesus. I mean, that's it right there.
It speaks for itself, does it not?
Yep. And I heard that I don't know if this is fake news, whatever, but I heard the market value of American Eagle went up.
Oh, yeah.
Like a ton.
Yeah.
It was whoever came up with this idea is a fucking genius.
Brilliant. Yes.
And
it's all about the marketing campaign.
Hot, fucking badass car, hot girl.
That one right there, she didn't say a word and stock went up. Hot girl, yep. Cool car.
Everything was pointing up.
And have you ever been to an American Eagle?
No.
Okay, no. So American Eagle has one side of the store has jeans and day dresses for the girls and polo shirts and what are those like a lumberjack would wear
flannel or whatever,
flannels and different colored flannels and different colored sweatshirts, and it rotates every couple months because it depends on what time of the year it is, and then during the summer they have more t-shirts and stuff like that. On the other half of the store, they have like a lot of vintage looking type of gear. Like they'll have like vintage looking record players, and they have like a couple racks that's got records that you can buy at American Eagle.
That's cool.
And then they've got like knives, like the Boy Scout knives and the pocket knives and all that stuff. They've got those, and then they've got bandanas, and they've got hats, and they've got like all kinds of different stuff. American Eagle has been around a long time. Some of these weirdos with fucking shit in their face would not be shopping there. It's not their style.
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's like all this is just nothing but just blah 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 with the mouth, because they would not be shopping there.
The store, it's basically young, attractive people store, like, right? Pretty much.
I wouldn't say young, attractive, but it's more like, I don't know. It's a different type of store. It's not like your Abercrombie and Fitch. It's something. It's a little different.
I got you.
More outdoor outfitters type thing, with jeans and flannels and vintage stuff and stuff like that. And it's been like that forever. Wallets, you can get leather wallets there.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like dude stuff.
Kind of. It's like a
knives, wallets, flannels. Yeah.
Because when you went to a mall, most of the stores are girls' stores.
Oh yeah.
American Eagle was kind of like half and half. So it was like you could go in there and be like, "Oh, find something cool." You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. You know she's a certified mechanic, Derek. You heard that?
Oh no.
Yeah, she is.
Sweeney
That's
has very keen.
Hi, I'm Sydney Sweeney, and I'm from Spokane, Washington. I can work as a local hire as well, though, and I'm available for the American Eagle jeans campaign shoot.
That's clever.
Please.
That's really clever.
Thanks.
Like she's auditioning for the ad. Is the ad?
That's very keen.
Yeah.
That's good.
She's tiny too. Okay, so what was kind of your take on those ads?
It was genius, because it really, people don't change. Biology doesn't change. Men don't change. Men like attractive women, right?
Yes.
So, and in the 80s, 90s, you would see commercials, and it was filled with good-looking guys and attractive women. You want the people that are selling you things to look like somebody you would want to be or be with.
Correct.
That's what that was. I want that car. I love that girl. Simple.
And it's kind of an escape from reality, like the movies and music and television was, where you're escaping from reality. You see somebody cool, and it's like, I could see myself wearing that.
Yeah, and I would say the one thing is I've never heard Sydney Sweeney talking about politics ever. I don't know anything about her except she's fucking hot. That's all I know.
But do you think she kind of looks like maybe she got a little downsy?
You said like a little FAS going on a little bit.
Like she got like it looks like she might have got like almost she's got like that Shane Gillis little bit of like she got hit by it.
Maybe
like her mother may have drank a little bit while she was
pregnant. Yeah, like something. There's something off about her.
I don't know. I think she's great.
I'm just saying. I'm saying. Believe me, I would. I'm not saying anything that I wouldn't. I'm just saying like.
Yeah,
there's something about her where it's like.
So, do you think these commercials, Jim, are Nazi propaganda? Like,
no, I don't.
No,
I think anyone who says that probably needs to have their.
Well, I have a couple different things to play, and this gentleman right here works for PragerU, and he's a gay man, a gay black man. Comment on the Sydney Sweeney ads, and then I have another one which is a lefty weirdo. So we're gonna start with the lefty weirdo first.
I know exactly what video you're gonna play, Derek. I'll bet. Let's see, because I think I've seen it around.
Probably.
That's so angry. That cunt! Shut up. Anyway, go ahead. Oh no, wrong one.
Not the girl with the black hair. You were thinking, right?
Yes.
Yes. I was trying to find that, but I found this one, and I'm like, okay, this one's fine. So your first without even watching it, Sydney Sweeney's eugenics ad for American Eagle.
Grammatically, it's a mess. She doesn't know what the word eugenics means.
And she looks like a horse, does she not?
You know what? She's I mean, pretty face, kind of. It's a shame it's connected to that brain, what she's about to say, but
yeah. She does not look like somebody that would be shopping at American Eagle.
No.
She's not wearing flannels. She's not wearing jeans. She's not wearing baseball caps.
What she's doing is she sees what people are talking about, and she's trying to get in the group.
In the group.
Some eyes on her because she's talking about something everybody's talking about.
I think that's most of it, right?
Yes.
Do you think people just want to be part of the cool kids?
I think it's all performative. Performative? Is that the right word? Yeah, I think it's all, well, whatever. Let's hear what she has to say. I'm sure it's brilliant.
I talk about Sydney Sweeney's new American Eagle ad. So first and foremost, y'all, the ad is apparently supposed to be her selling jeans, but like if you watch it, you don't get that vibe that that's what she's selling. Like,
wait, well, hold. Can you pause real quick? What do you think she was selling? She was selling jeans. That's what I got out of the ad, right? It's not that complicated. Okay.
No.
Well, let's hear what she was.
It starts every commercial starts with her butt or jeans. Every one of them.
You know what upset me the most out of the reaction of this? It was like, well, she's got no ass. This drives me crazy. Do you know what big fat asses are for? The fucking jungle and presenting to other animals. I'm not good with ass culture.
I don't like ass culture either. I'm a boob guy.
It's correct. Anyways.
Yeah, what's going on right here with this girl's face?
I don't know. That's racist. Is she trying to be an Indian?
Anyway. She's trying to appropriate the Indian culture.
So for starters, right, the ad that I've seen, because again, I'm not sure if there's multiple. I don't even need to see multiple though. But the ad that I've seen, it's so creepy and it's so obvious that they're trying to promote eugenics. Like, and I think again, this
eugenics. So basically, she's trying to say that they're trying to promote people that are coming across our southern border to sleep with other people to make super people and make one dominant race. That's basically what eugenics was supposed to be about.
Right. It was, yeah, the Nazis were kind of big on that.
Yes.
I'm not judging. I'm just saying, I understand what she's talking about.
And then let me pull this down real quick. And then I'll pull this up just to give us a little bit of context. The Immigration Act of 1924 basically got rid of eugenics and made it illegal in the United States. Where the fuck is this lady getting her information from?
I think she heard the word somewhere and she thinks she knows what it means. So she's.
It's illegal in the United States of America since 1924. President Coolidge signed it.
Well, see, I'm not like it. This seems like forced eugenics is illegal, like not allowing, white men to sleep with black women, or which should be illegal.
But secretly, the ad is promoting eugenics. That's such a bullshit take.
Yeah, of course it is. The woman saying it is an idiot, and I don't think she believes what she's saying.
You're gonna tell me that a black man doesn't see Sydney Sweeney and think she's attractive? You're gonna say that a Hispanic guy doesn't want to get with Sydney Sweeney? Come on,
right?
It's an ugly person trying to tell everybody else how to feel.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
All goes to like my apparently too woke theory that conservative media is literally overtaking like the entire
Conservative media. Okay. I can name about 2 or 3 conservative medias. Everything else is on the left.
True. All right. So I'm going to play devil's advocate here. I think I don't think she knows what she's talking about, but generally speaking, you've seen Elon Musk saying we need to have more children.
Yeah.
Okay. Don't you think his we?
Well, I have a story about that too.
Oh, okay.
Because the birth rate in the United States is low.
We are actually almost zeroed out. We're getting close to being zeroed out. I have a whole thing about it.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's why.
We're approaching. We're basically approaching where
point of no return.
It's our fault, you know. Sad to say, we're approaching the point where, like 50 years ago, whites, Caucasians, whatever you want to call them, were 30% of the population of the world. Mm-hmm. We're now 12%.
That sounds like eugenics to me. I don't know.
Right, it does, right?
No, that's white.
Sounds like something's going on.
That's white women making bad decisions.
Well, it's not only that; it's you know,
well, somebody behind pushing that agenda, in my opinion. Look, there's nothing wrong with wanting your children to have children that look like your family. That's not eugenics. That's what I think most people want, no matter what color you are, right?
Yeah, you want your bloodline to continue.
Correct. Not that I would tell my kids, well, don't date that person because of this. But really deep down, I'm like, come on, we got blue eyes. Let's keep that going. It's a good bit. Let's go.
Marry somebody who's got blue eyes, otherwise it's unacceptable.
All right.
Like, come on.
See, but this girl isn't ugly, though. I don't think she is. She's sort of pretty.
She's homely, number one.
Okay.
Number two, she's a leftist that just has an opinion that's worthless. I mean, what's she doing with all that fucking concealer? Like, what is she doing?
I don't know. Is she about to bird hand us like Homat said? Is that what's going to happen here with that hand?
Maybe.
Like media atmosphere.
Yep.
Also, I'm switching the lighting because it's making my concealer look so light. And I promise y'all.
Her concealer, because she doesn't want to look like a white woman, is basically what she's saying. So eugenics is bad, but underhand racism is good. That's exactly what she's doing. She's basically saying, well, it's too white. I don't want to look white.
But eugenics is bad when it's forced. Like if it's scientists like Goebbels from Nazi Germany trying to make the perfect human, that's ridiculous. So
I understand that, but
I don't think she understands what the word means. Well, they tried.
I'm not saying that they didn't try. It didn't. They weren't successful.
Give it the old college try, but no. So I don't think she understands what the word means. I might not understand what the word means. Who knows?
It is not that light. I promise you. Anyway,
I don't want to look white.
It'll blend out. I promise you. I know what I'm doing. Anyway, so
bird hands.
When you see it, like it's just like a eugenics campaign. It literally is a eugenics campaign. Like, of course, you're gonna say that the blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl has great genes, and people are trying to say, "Oh, it's just a reference to her big boobs." Okay.
I'm gonna have to bounce out. I've got to get my show started in 5 minutes. I got to change clothes, get my drinks ready, and get all prepared.
Appreciate you.
All right, I'll see you guys.
I'll see you later.
All right, bye.
All right.
100% sure at the same time that two things can be true at once. So it's also about literally the fact that she's a white blonde girl. Like they're literally promoting eugenics.
She's so jealous.
Getting it, and it's like it's
so
sad,
jealous.
Like, apparently,
promoting eugenics. What part of that fucking ad said anything about eugenics? It's a hot girl with a fucking cool car that sells fucking jeans.
I don't know why this girl's so.
We don't want black people to wear jeans.
She wants to be because she wants to have blonde hair and blue eyes. That's what I'm getting out of this.
It's pure jealousy. That's all it is. It's pure just heinous feminist jealousy.
Yep. Brain is actually like doing really good now because of this campaign. And that's a terrifying thought that so many people don't have the critical thinking skills as well.
The critical thinking skills.
Like
what? We're critical thinkers. Our show is nothing but critical thinking, not fucking hogwash bullshit.
She's about to bird hand us again with those big ass nails.
She doesn't. This lady is fucking dumb and brings no fucking anything to a conversation. I cannot have a conversation with this lady at all. Not at all.
Not when she's on camera. Nope.
Blatant, and I mean blatant racism, and especially again, specifically from eugenics aspect.
Blatant racism? Where? God, she's using all the fucking buzzwords. Racist, this and that, and eugenics, and fucking this, and you're a Nazi, and all this other bullshit. Mm-hmm. It drives me insane, dude.
Like you said, it's jealousy. That's all this is.
It's pure just fucking heinous jealousy.
Because everybody's looking at her and nobody's looking at you.
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because she's not, like I said 10 times, she's not ugly.
She would be the one that, like, if Sydney Sweeney and her were in a room together, and Sydney come up and stuck her hand out, said, "Oh, nice to meet you, I'm Sydney," and then walked away. She'd be the fucking bitch to be like, "What a fucking whore."
That's true.
She would be the fucking one that does that.
Yep.
And now we're supposed to listen to her like she has some all powerful opinion that we're supposed to fucking give a shit about. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. It's wild.
Like, people are literally sitting here eating that up, saying, and I the one thing I actually hate about like all the Sydney Sweeney controversies over the past like few months that have happened that are like so obviously conservative, right-wing fascism leaning, is the fact that like people will say like, "Oh, you're just jealous that you don't have the body of Sydney Sweeney. You're just jealous that like you don't have big boobs." Like, babe, I would never want to be like literally getting treated like a dog. I'm sorry, because
look like a fucking horse.
Treated like
sorry.
a fucking dog. Like, no one actually, like, I'm sorry, but like I don't see that many people that genuinely respect her or her acting. It's always her and her boobs. It's like, and I'm not saying she's a bad actor. I think she's actually, I mean, somewhat kind of decent, but yeah, I'm not.
What
like,
do you do?
Again, like,
what,
it's
nails?
not women. It's not female empowerment either. And I know some people are trying to like excuse her actions,
Hair?
mainly other like white women I've seen that try to excuse her actions, but like that's not
white women. Again, that's racist.
Well, I'm starting to come around to her end though. Let's see what she says about white women, but
female empowerment. You're playing into the system.
All I'm saying is I don't say, "Oh, black woman saying this." No, I'm saying that this lady's a fucking idiot. Mm-hmm. You've never heard me say this black lady's a fucking idiot.
Nope.
And regardless if you're just trying to, she's still getting her bag. She's still getting her bag. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. It's weird. It's weird that she's getting her bag at the expense of eugenics. And for people that aren't aware of what eugenics exactly is, because some people genuinely aren't.
Okay.
Eugenics was literally this entire campaign, mainly run like in the kind of in like early 1900s. It's still obviously a thing today that people believe in. But they did like experiments and they came up with like these really weird, just theories rooted in pure racism about the fact of like that, like.
She still didn't tell me what the fuck it is. She didn't.
No, but she's circling. She's close. She's getting there.
Certain demographics were inherently inferior, and that you would be more susceptible to certain things.
It's true.
Like syphilis or to being a criminal, just based on like.
That's not true. They were basically trying to make the perfect person, the perfect male, the perfect female.
Yeah, okay, I'm going to push back on that a little bit. She's not wrong. People are like, well, people of a certain color tend to have low impulse control and are a little more.
She's talking about something that she was never in.
No, correct. She's in the opposite.
Shit on her fucking
yeah.
ass. And it's illegal since 1924. Mm-hmm. So she's completely just fucking pulling bullshit on her asshole.
I mean, it's a jeans commercial.
Innate things that were out of your control. And like, it was literally the basis of racism. Like,
wrong.
No, that was not the basis of racism.
Rise, though, like the fact that people cannot pick up on these blatantly racist sentiments that are prevalent throughout all of media.
You called me a white person, bitch. I can't stand this fucking lady. I can't stand her.
Easy, Derek.
She looks like a fucking horse who had to justify putting concealer on her face so that she didn't look like a white person. That's racist.
I do think it's funny during the course of this video that she's getting whiter and whiter with all the makeup she's putting on.
That's racist. I'm not going to say
that might be the bit.
Go get a tan outside, cutting the fucking grass. Come and I'll be like, "Hey, Julio, do I look like a black person today with all my tan?"
Yeah.
I'm never going to say that. ever.
No. Nope.
The clean girl aesthetic, because that's got plenty of its problems too. The whole trad wife aesthetic, like literally just the whole soft girl, soft life, like depend on a man financially aesthetic. Like it's just so.
Oh, not like the government, like you are. Okay.
Blatantly leaning towards right-wing media, right-wing fascism, and the fact that so many people do not, and I mean like do not pick up on it is terrifying. But it's crazy to me at the same time that like if you do pick up,
she keeps editing it.
I noticed that, and I also would say
jump cut after jump cut after jump cut.
If she's roasting like trad wives, which I think I've always thought the best formation of a family is man works, woman raises kids. That's how it's been for fucking thousands of years. I guarantee you,
but yes,
there wasn't.
Yes,
yeah. There's not. I'm not saying this because of the color of her skin, because I grew up with just a woman, a mom. I guarantee you, her dad is nowhere to be seen.
Correct.
In her life, and she wouldn't be saying this.
Kids? Does she have kids right now?
Her?
Yeah.
Probably about 10.
My guess is she has at least one kid.
No, I don't know. I'd have to see her. Well, I don't know. Maybe.
She's got to be what, mid-20s maybe?
Yeah, that's about right.
I would say she's young. She's probably mid-20s.
Yeah, 27, 28, something like that.
On it, and you call it out, people are like, oh my gosh, you're just so woke. Like you're too woke. Like I am. I mean, if you think I'm too woke because I believe
you're just dumb, not woke.
Recognize
correct
the signs of right wing, the right wing taking over in the media and etc. Then I guess I'm the wokest bitch you've ever met.
In the media, there's Fox News, there's Right Side Broadcasting, there is
great channel, by the way.
Yeah,
Right Side.
What else is there?
It's OANN, whatever that is. One American News Network, something like that.
That's 3.
That's it, really. Everything: ABC, NBC, ESPN,
all left-wing
sports, all super
all newspapers,
woke.
All are left-wing. PBS, left-wing.
Rest in peace, PBS. Yeah. Fuck PBS.
So
I'm so glad
everything is right-wing when there's like 3 or 4 channels to like 14,000 fucking left-wing.
Yeah, but she's not.
Person is fucking dumb.
But she's not watching TV. She's watching TikTok, so she doesn't really know what she's talking about.
I mean, that's true. That's facts.
Like, I really think that people need to analyze the media a lot more because
I agree.
I'm a politics and media studies double major, and I don't think people try to downplay just how.
So basically, she's jobless.
Oh, please.
Much politics affects media and vice versa. Baby, they are one and the same. Okay, like media literally feel this past elections results because of, again, the rampant rise of conservative media.
He won every major county in the United States voted for Trump.
Right, Derek. But see, I'm a high school dropout and she's double major. So maybe she knows something I don't know.
No, probably not.
No, probably not. No.
She doesn't have any real world experience.
Double major.
0. Good Lord, she's fucking dumb.
Influencing Gen Zers to actually go out and vote for that orange bitch. Like, y'all, it's crazy. And
you know why he won? Because people are sick of you.
Exactly.
You. Exactly. That's why.
If the Democratic Party actually had a plan and actually stuck to the plan, then probably people would pay more attention. But they do nothing. They were literally, they had Joe Biden in for 4 years. And what could you honestly say that Joe Biden did to better the country?
Nothing. Can't think of one thing. Nope.
More racism, more crime, more illegal immigrants.
True.
The economy sucks. What exactly did he do that was star-spangled better?
I think that was a good one, Derek. Star-spangled better. I like that. I think the Democrats counted on younger generations getting more left as it went, but that's not happening.
Not at
Generation Alpha is going the other way.
Yeah,
They're
they are.
Wait a minute. Like hot girls and fast cars and
I mean,
parties?
look at if
That
you're
sounds
watching
awesome.
the Charlie Kirk videos when he goes to the colleges.
Oh yeah.
Like when he went there before, he was harassed. There wasn't anybody there. Now they're all wearing fucking MAGA gear. All of them.
Yep. The right's become stylish.
Yeah.
In a way. In some places. I still don't feel comfortable going out with my Trump hat in my neighborhood, but which is a drag, but that's another conversation.
That grotesque ad and commercial. Like I said, not one pair of jeans was shown. Not all I saw was
That's not true.
It's retarded.
She didn't. She watched one fucking video, and now she has an opinion.
Yep, she has a double major from the School of the Blind, apparently, because she didn't see what she saw.
That's pretty funny.
I have my moments.
It's and a white little blonde girl that would have been favored by Hitler. And that was the only message. And for any people of color that are considering buying American Eagle jeans or whatever apparel after this, just American, Eagle apparel after that, and like actually look and thought that commercial was cute or like, oh, it's funny, ha 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 ha. Like, babe, I want you again to understand that concept of eugenics and understand that they were literally saying that your jeans are inferior to Sydney Sweeney's, who's again a blonde hair, blue-eyed woman. Where have we heard that rhetoric before?
Okay, so is she promising that black people are not going to go into American Eagle stores anymore? Because that's only going to help them. Is that what she's calling for?
Army.
Many such cases.
Do it get
Okay, let's look at the let's take a quick peek at the awesome people that respond to this. She dyes her hair blonde to like why they are even selling us. So you can't speak English, but yeah, you have an opinion though.
I need my glasses.
They see the blatant racism. That's why they're investing in it. Someone said she was living up her initials.
Oh, I get it. SS. That's actually clever.
Isn't American Eagle a pretty racist company? I thought we knew about them already. Why? Because they have American as the first letter of their name or the first word of their name.
The IQ drain in this country is bananas.
How many are legit though? There's a lot of fucking bots online that just spew hate and bullshit.
Okay, then maybe
you can look at TikTok. If you go on X and some of the comments, and then you look at like if you hover over their name, it gives you information, and you can tell they're fucking bots. They have like one follower. They got some generic fucking picture. You know what I mean?
So you're saying you don't think there's as many morons in the country that we normally think there are? That some of them are bots?
Yeah, TikTok. I mean, TikTok's kind of a.
That's a hot take.
Yeah,
I like it. Never thought of that.
It's 2025, and it makes me sad that we haven't moved past 1940s Germany. I also thought we were supposed to be evolve as humans. I hope this tanks Sydney Sweeney's career for her involvement in it. Oh. Yes, Sydney also got on SNL and joked about how it's a secret whether or not she voted for Trump after she attended her family's MAGA-themed birthday party. She also hasn't spoken out against Palestine once.
God forbid.
God forbid somebody speak out in Palestine. I'll speak out. Fuck them. Go away.
I'm with you.
Not saying that they don't need they don't deserve their own country, so they're gonna have to figure that out. But after that, fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Mm-hmm. Here's some land. Figure it out. You know what I mean?
Stop acting up.
Stop acting like a fucking ass. And Israel's right. Not perfect. Israel's got some shit.
I wash my hands of all that. Just blow each other up like you've been doing for hundreds of years.
Okay, what's this person say? She's a terrible actress, and her appearance is the only reason why she's getting work. it's okay to say it.
Okay, well, I don't know about her acting because I've actually never seen her in a movie.
I haven't really seen her either.
But she is getting work because she's hot. Is that supposed to be a burn?
They literally said personality. It's literally a covert race realism fascist talk.
I hope you're right about these being bots.
Yeah, and it's exactly like Brooke Shields' Calvin Klein ads when she was a minor. Yeah, she was in Blue. She was in Blue
Lagoon.
Blue Lagoon, and she was a minor. But I don't think she was in ads underage, was she?
No, I don't think so.
Because I think she lied to get in Blue Lagoon because she was still 17 or something, right?
Yeah, she was right. But the funny thing is, I think let's assume we're right, and she was not in Calvin Klein ads underage. It would have taken that bot/person 5 seconds to look that up.
Yeah. That's why I think they're bots or they're just complete retards because it takes 5 seconds to look something up.
What's actually bot/person? There you go. What's the difference? Who knows? It's
okay.
insane.
There's see. I don't want to change it, but this picture is a girl with red hair wearing a red top. That's an altar top that shows part of her cleavage. Girl, do not ever stop speaking. You are going to change lives. But yet she's wearing an altar top showing like part of her cleavage.
No father or a bot.
Literally, like burn in the fascist era, our country is a wild thing to say.
Okay.
I never
well said.
I never liked her since Euphoria. I mean, that's okay if she said, well, I don't really care for her.
Yeah.
But some of this other stuff, calling people fascists and racists and selling jeans. Time to move to independent media and small businesses. If you want these brands, go to a secondhand store. Absolutely terrible.
Right.
And she got a picture of Mona Lisa. And that's the same person that would be at Mona Lisa on her fucking phone, not paying attention.
Right. Or throwing paint at it.
They drive me insane. You're standing in front of Mona Lisa and they're all on their phones doing all these things.
Reminds me of somebody that was on our stream today.
Oh. On his phone, just
pay attention when
I will never buy from them. Good thing I never have. Some of these people would never be fucking. They never shop there to begin with. And,
yeah, I mean,
they're saying that out loud.
Why would you even type that? Like, what's the point?
Yeah, you go, girl.
Yeah, well, you're right.
It's so odd that the same line over and over is a supplemental robotic-like voice for the ad. It doesn't sound like a robot.
You know what? I don't disagree with that. Her voice is a little slightly annoying, a little bit.
This person, you literally have perfect skin. Why are you putting 2 pounds of concealer on?
Right, real talk there. That's not a bot.
Exactly,
That's
real talk. Why? And then she's trying to like basically denounce that she's putting it's not white.
Literally painting herself white while she's complaining about white people.
Yeah,
that's something.
Restart it. Sydney Sweeney equals 2024 Jane Mansfield.
Good take.
That's actually not a bad take.
Yep,
that's not bad. American Eagle for the win. I love Sydney Sweeney. Hey, user whatever. Then
might be a bot.
That's probably a
bot. Shooting ourselves in the foot with our narrative here, Derek.
American Eagle, CEO, Trump supporter. Do we know this for a fact? Trump is destroying our country when they have an upside down American flag.
What's great?
Depose 23. How about you get the fuck out? Bye. Chances are this deposed probably doesn't even live in the United States.
So all these people, all these brilliant linguists are going to boycott American Eagle and never go in their stores anymore?
Supposedly.
They're shooting themselves in the foot because I'm like, well, fuck, I'll go to American Eagle now if all these types of people aren't going to be there.
Assholes aren't going to be there.
Yeah. Hate to leave you hanging, Derek, but I got to go for like a minute. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah, it's an old Calvin Klein Brooke Shields commercial. Pretty much. It's a vintage commercial. Barely any jeans in the video, which is bullshit. The jeans were front and center the entire time. The one was literally her with the car up. She slams it down, rocking the jeans, gets in the car, and takes off. She didn't say a word. Oh, that's eugenics, though. That's craziness. That's crazy talk. These people are just uneducated, complete fucking weirdos. In 2 weeks, no one talks about this, and we find a new thing to criticize. That's spot on. Spot on. So no, what they want is a 400-pound girl doing the same thing that Sydney Sweeney does. But the unfortunate thing about it is that 400-pound girl wouldn't be able to fit in jeans. Oh, but that's what we want. We want 400-pound girls in the jeans. She sold her soul for what? Jeans?
See, that's sell her soul?
Yeah, that's what one does. She sold her soul. No, what I call souling my soul, okay, is you have an ice cream company, and you are a pro Palestine Democrat, pro Obama, the whole thing. I am a Trump supporter, and you offer me a job. And then I go over preaching the same thing that you're preaching because I want to fit into your company. That's selling your soul.
Like we were talking about yesterday, Batista.
Yes, that's selling your soul. I'm giving up my integrity, my views, my thoughts, my everything to fit in with your company.
Yep, I'm saying something I don't believe in to make money.
On a hot girl and some jeans is selling your soul. These people are fucking dumb. Holy
she probably wears jeans. It's not like she's doing something she doesn't already do.
Exactly. She probably rocking the jeans.
Yeah, and God bless her. She knows she's hot. She knows she's got a great body and she's making money. Good. That's feminism right there.
Yeah, it completely is. But yeah, there's a lot of nonsense left. Okay, so then we got this last video, and like I said, this guy's a PragerU guy. He's a PragerU personality, a gay fella that doesn't march to the same drum as the rest of the LGBTQ plus the whole thing. So we're gonna watch to see what his take is because I haven't watched this, so I was interested to see what he would say.
All right,
just to kind of get a little different perspective,
PragerU is usually good stuff.
Yeah.
Hey cousins, welcome back to Respectfully and happy Monday to everyone that is not an unfortunate looking hater. Yes, as we are on this whole wave of make America beautiful again, make America healthy again, and making America hot again, not everybody is happy about that. And that has become abundantly clear due to the backlash against Sydney Sweeney. Now, if you don't know, Sydney Sweeney is this extremely talented actress. She is well known from shows like Euphoria and The White Lotus. And she has recently partnered with American Eagle where they are celebrating her good genes. So we're going to be going into this whole conflict and seeing what some of the unfortunate looking people have to say. Y'all know the vibes. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Welcome to Respectfully. Okay, so once again, Sydney Sweeney is back in the headlines. She is this very talented actress that has gotten a lot of flack for a number of reasons. One, she seems to be an unapologetically white woman, and we love that for her.
What do you think the number one flack is? Because she's hot, right?
Yep. It's
if she jealousy. Was ugly, they wouldn't care. No fuck to give.
Ugly women who are jealous.
Yeah. And the white her being white, I don't think that necessarily is the major thing. Because if she was ugly or she was mid, they wouldn't say the fact that she's white. It's because she's hot.
After this video, After this video is done, I'm going to ask you to roll it back all the way to the beginning because I can't believe how he spells his first name. But we'll just.
Oh, well, I can. I mean, I'm close to the beginning.
What the
Xavier?
Make America beautiful again, make America healthy again, and making America hot again. Not everybody is happy about that, and that has become abundantly clear due to the backlash against Sydney Sweeney. Now, if you don't know, Sydney Sweeney is this extremely talented actress. She is well known from shows like Euphoria and The White Lotus, and she has recently partnered with American Eagle, where they are celebrating her good genes. So we're going to be going into this whole conflict and seeing what some of the unfortunate-looking people have to say. Y'all know the vibes. Be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Welcome to Respectfully. Okay, so once again, Sydney Sweeney is back in the headlines. She is this very talented actress that has gotten a lot of flack for a number of reasons. One, she seems to be an unapologetically white woman, and we love that for her. You know, I've been saying for a while, bring back unapologetic white women. Like, when was the last time you heard a white woman just go, as if? Like, I want the Regina George white women to come back into fruition. But, you know, a big reason why a lot of people don't like Sydney Sweeney is because her family is well known for being conservative. She has a lot of Trump supporters in her family, and there was actually a whole scandal where some of her family members threw a Trump-inspired party, and people were asking her who she voted for and got mad at her for not disclosing that, when really it made me love her more because it's really nobody's business.
Thank you. True. Denzel is the same way. Yep. Nobody bashes Denzel because Denzel won't tell you who he voted for.
I mean, I'm coming around to this Xavier, whatever his name is. Because at first glance, I'm like, what the fuck you pull this up for, Derek? Who's this jackass? But all right.
Like I said, I wanted a little different perspective.
That's fair. Fair.
It's nobody's business. And people often get mad at her because whenever there's some type of woke propaganda campaign that she is not hopping all over it. And again, why should she? You know? So Sydney Sweeney has partnered with American Eagle, and it's this whole campaign they're doing where they talk about having good genes. It's clearly a double entendre of when they're talking about her good genetics with her blonde hair, her blue eyes, her assets, but it's also talking about her good denim jeans from American Eagle. And here is the ad that has people losing their minds.
Genes are passed down from parents to offspring, often determining traits like hair color, personality, and even eye color. My genes are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has very keen.
Iconic. Okay, people are hating on it. I think it's iconic. I am very pro celebrating hot people being hot. And
all right, hold on. Hit pause real quick there because I'm starting to come around on the other girl.
What other girl?
Her jeans are blue. Yeah, I see where people are going like it's a dog whistle. Blue eyes.
Dog whistle.
Blue jeans, GEANS, GENES, that kind of thing.
Yeah, that's what the joke is. That's what the
No. Like I'm not agreeing with other people, but I'm starting to go, okay, I see where their wrong thinking is coming from. Like she's basically saying I have the best genes because they're blue, like blue eyes, and you can't have these because I'm white and you're not.
You're reading into a lot, just like them.
We've been talking about it for an hour. What the fuck do you want me to do? I'm just
saying, as you're reading into it, like I've got good genes. It's a gene commercial.
Okay.
But right. Yes, you can look at her and say, yes, she's also been blessed.
Correct. That's my point. And you haven't, is what she's saying.
I mean, yes, that's a tip of the cap on the genes and the good genes because they look hot. Both things can be true.
Anyways.
At this for a number of reasons. Some of the lower conversations I'm having, or the less frequent conversations I'm seeing, but it is still prevalent out there, are people saying, well, why does she always sexualize herself? Why is everything about her about, sexuality and aesthetic? Well, that's ironic to me, though, because the same leftists that are mad at Sydney for branding herself as this sex symbol are the same ones who are all about promiscuity. They're all the ones that are about, if this was a gay man or an obese woman, if this was Lizzo, they don't get mad at Lizzo for making her whole brand about sexualizing herself. Why is that? Because Lizzo is a big back black woman.
Because she's a hot white girl. Mm-hmm. But the hot part first.
Yep. This guy's on point.
But when Sydney Sweeney is looked at as a sex symbol, they're mad at that. Why is that? Why is that the case? And I want to show you just a few examples of the type of people that are hating on her, because there's really only two types. It's either gay men who want to be women, or it's unfortunate looking women. Exhibit A.
Dude's on point. Oh, Lord.
And this one, okay, that's enough. That one is just funny to me because the caption was all about, are we celebrating eugenics? And that is just screaming insecurity to me, because the only people who took Sydney Sweeney being happy about her blue eyes and her blonde hair, the only people who took that as eugenics are people who are insecure about the way that they look, if we're being honest. Someone saying that their genes are good doesn't mean that your genes are bad. And they're like, oh, what about the Eurocentric beauty standards? What about it? Everybody loves Eurocentric beauty standards, because if they didn't, then why is Beyonce blonde? Y'all don't want to wake that up. But here's another one. Hater number 2, Exhibit B.
Super hot take from this guy.
Unfortunately, that's too woke, because those Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ads are weird, like fascist weird, like Nazi propaganda weird. Should we be surprised that a company?
Okay, pause. Is that not insane? The way y'all attribute everything to Nazi Germany is actually crazy. Like, can a white woman cook just once? Can a white woman just be an attractive white woman without y'all talking?
Ugly and 300 pounds. Do you think that girl's a little bit jealous? Oh, fuck yeah, she is.
With the flag behind her?
Yeah. Oh, fuck yeah.
Stop it.
Even if she was lesbian, but she was attractive, I still don't think she is pissed because she's ugly and 300 pounds.
Again, no father present, guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Oh, absolutely.
This dude's on fire. I like him.
Yeah,
Xavier.
Fire.
About some Aryan tea. Like, come on now. But let's keep going.
Was literally American Eagle is making fascist propaganda like this? Probably not. But it's still really shocking. Like a blonde.
Okay, so fascism is basically it's been taken over by the left, and they basically recreated the meaning of fascism. Fascism is basically what happened during the Black Lives Matter movement,
right? And
you had companies come out saying, well, if you're not supporting black people, then we're not going to serve you.
Plus it's not.
That's fascism.
It's not. It's if you look at African countries with dictators, that's fascism. You look at Pol Pot in Cambodia, that's fascism. He's not white. African guys aren't white. Augusto Pinochet, not white.
But that's why these people are dumb, because they don't point out any of that stuff.
No, fascism does. White people are not the only fascists.
I don't get my way. I'm a 300-pound mule, and I'm going to call people fascist Nazis.
I think she just wants, like the other girl painting her face white, they just want attention. And this is how they can get it.
I mean, her partner is probably going to be also 300 pounds.
She probably is. You're right.
Haired, blue-eyed white woman is talking about her good genes. Like, that is Nazi propaganda. I also am thinking about like all of the young girls who are doing their back to school shopping right now at places like American Eagle, who are seeing ads like this. Yikes. Also, American Eagle is mostly a brand that like teenagers to like young adults shop at. And so
yeah. I don't have anything else to say, so I'm just gonna say it's just like
she's right though. Like I'll bet you there are a lot of young girls that are now shopping at American Eagle because of that commercial. I really believe that, because it's cool, fashionable, right?
So you're gonna tell me that when we were little kids, and right around Thanksgiving time and after Thanksgiving, when all of the toy commercials came out, we looked at the TV saying, "Mom, Dad, I want that." Are they going to sell that? Are they going to say that that's fascist because they're showing me toys that I want during the holiday time?
It's actually the opposite of fascism. It's capitalism.
Yes. I think
freedom
they call
to
it
buy.
fascism because they don't like capitalism. They want to be under fascism.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's an interesting point.
I think they're calling out something that they want. They want communism. They want fascism.
They want daddy to come home and tell them what to do.
Yeah.
And act right.
Do what you're told.
Ooh, that's something. That's a good angle, Derek. I didn't think of that.
I would like if I met this girl in real life, I wouldn't have one word to say to her. Not one.
Nope.
And she wouldn't have anything to say to me that was worth a shit for me to listen to it. Like if she had an honest take, I'd be like, that's actually a pretty decent take.
Well, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt in that I don't think she would act like this in real life, because I don't think. Well, this isn't real life. This is
it's
TikTok.
performative.
Yeah.
Yeah. She would probably be the one where if you came up to her in a restaurant and give her like a piece of your mind or something, she says she's being harassed.
Can I speak to the manager, please?
Yeah, I'm being harassed. Can you call the cops? Yeah, she's that type of person. She's a Karen in public.
Mm-hmm.
But online, she can be whatever the fuck she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Unfeathered.
Fact that like this type of advertising is being used that feels so for the male gaze and so over sexualized. Like I just don't like it. I don't like it even
You
a
don't
little
like
bit.
it.
Bro, and I haven't even mentioned the fact that
Pause. It's people like this that get so mad. Like, how dare American Eagle want to appeal to young men? How dare Gen Z men have the audacity to look over at women? And then it'll be a woman like this, if she's even into women because she has the gay flag behind her. It's a woman like this that gets mad that men don't want her. It's like, well, maybe if you did something for the male gaze, you'd be able to get a man too. And you want to be hating on Sydney Sweeney. This
you
is
might
why
not be
I say
gay.
I've been wronged by a lot of unfortunate looking and obese people because they tend to be.
Okay, so it's July. It's almost about to be August.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. In Georgia, the city that I live in, the kids go back to school in the middle of August. When we were kids, we went after Labor Day.
Correct.
Not anymore. They're going to school in August. A couple weeks from now, they're going to be back in school. So that commercial is perfect because it's showing young girls about the jeans, but it's also appealing to the guys saying, well, I'll go check that place out. Maybe they got something for me too.
Right. And I think girls that watch that video or commercial know that guys like girls like that. So if they want to attract a guy, and I'm talking about normal people, like guys that like girls and girls that like guys like they used to all the time. Girls
and do you think that guys wouldn't be trying to scope out that store to see if there's hot girls in there?
Dude, I was thinking that earlier. I'm like,
I would be.
It's like a hookup place.
That would be a hookup spot. Like,
yep.
Like, let's go check and see if there's some hot girls in there.
Right.
Okay.
There's no black people are going to be there, and hot chicks are going to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Blue eyes. Help me in.
Haters. Okay. Nobody, mark my words, nobody who is more attractive and more successful, and no one who is more attractive or more successful than you is going to be concerned about what you're doing, what you're wearing, what you look like, if we're being honest. And if they are, it's because they want to help you. But people like this are just haters. You're a hater. You have a flag behind you that's all about peace, acceptance, and tolerance, unless you're a straight man or a straight, attractive white woman. Come on. To say that that's fascist propaganda is so unserious. Do these people even know what fascism is? Let's continue.
Entire ad campaign that Sydney Sweeney is doing right now is incredibly reminiscent to the Brooke Shields Calvin Klein jeans ad campaign that she did when she was 14 years old. That was extremely over-sexualized and weird. Yeah. Why are we referencing?
Created by liberal people.
Well, that, and why is she comparing apples to oranges here? Sydney Sweeney's not 14 years old.
She's like 27 or 28, right?
Yeah, something like that. So what does one have to do with the other? I don't get it.
She's trying to be stunning and brave and accepting and make shit up. She's making shit up. Trying to get clicks.
It was kind of weird to have a 14-year-old Brooke Shields doing.
Yeah, it was. But
bizarre.
Again, those are also liberal people that were doing that.
I'm sure of that.
Voted for Democrats.
Hollywood. Yep.
So are we gonna go down that rabbit hole? We can go down that rabbit hole. All the Disney stars that were sexualized.
Oh,
Were those Republicans? No, they weren't. They were fucking California liberals. I mean, we can keep going down the fucking thing. Like every single time that somebody makes a point, there's about 10 other points that go in the opposite direction. You know what I mean? So it's like, because I always said before, I think I said it yesterday or whenever I said it, like it's always the person that's got 25 things in their closet that's trying to sling at somebody else's closet.
Yeah, it's the guilty that yells the loudest.
Yes, exactly. Guaranteed that this girl is not perfect. Guaranteed she's got skeletons in her closet. Guaranteed.
So we are going to get back to that.
I thought we
can
agreed.
pause. We are going to get back to that. We're going to spin the block on the Brooke Shields ad that she's talking about that Brooke Shields actually did, I believe, when she was 16 is what Brooke said that she was 15, 16. Either way, we'll get to that. But I want to show one more hater just to really hammer down this point of how every single hater of Sydney Sweeney and this campaign happens to be of the same genre. Exhibit C.
Your phone is not broken. No, that was not AI. Yes, that was a real ad by American Eagle, and it's a real campaign featuring Sydney Sweeney basically boasting eugenics. A lot of people are upset.
She's got a lisp and not attractive at all. Not one bit.
I think she's an NPC. Like we've talked about before, she heard the word eugenics in a TikTok video that she saw.
Yes.
And she's just spouting it back out the other end.
Wild how fucking dumb these people are. Wild.
Because there's a lot of nuance to this as to why they should be upset. But at the end of the day, this is not surprising. This is who they have always been. If you've been following my page for a while, you know I believe 3 things. A leopard can't change its spots. The North will always remember. And if it walks like a duck, talks like a duck, it's more than likely itself.
See, here's the dumb shit that's spewing out of this person's mouth. If you look at a map and with population, and where the majority of the black people still live?
South.
In the South.
Well, because it's weather. I mean, that's another discussion, but
possibly. So if the South is so bad, why are black people majoritarily still in the South?
Because that's where the black people are. That would be my guess.
I'm just saying I'm not staying anywhere where I'm not welcome. I'm not staying anywhere that I'm uncomfortable. You're going to tell me that the South is being this, that, and the other thing, and black people are being held down, but they're still living in the South. You can move. You can get in your car and go somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's tired.
You know who Scott Adams is? The guy who did Dilbert, and he has a channel on YouTube. Do you know who that guy is?
I've heard of it. I've heard of it.
He got in a lot of trouble a few years ago for saying just that. Like there were a lot of black people on social media saying, well, we don't want to live around white people. And he's like, all right, well, maybe it's not working out. Maybe the whole melting pot thing isn't working out. So we should just go our separate ways. You go over there, we'll go over here. And people roasted him for it. So you can't go, well, I ain't going to live around these people and then insist on living around these people. It doesn't make any sense.
Exactly.
To me, just go. I would say I would go, but I have spent tons of money getting away from shitty people in my life to try to move to better neighborhoods so my kids could be safe.
And they always don't bring up everything. It's always an idiot take with not actual facts.
Yep.
So in the South, majority, and there's some in the North, but in the South, there was schools. There was about 300 or 400 of them that were created by the CEO of Sears and Roebuck, and Booker T. Washington. And they created these schools for slaves so that they could get an education after the slaves were freed. And like I said, there's probably 300, 400, or 500 of them throughout the country because they wanted to try to educate slaves and give them some sort of skills so that they could better their lives. Nobody ever talks about that. They always want to talk about reparations, but they never want to talk about the fact that a white man and Booker T. Washington created schools.
I think it's racist to give money to other, like, It's like if you donate money to, well, we have to help the black students get, you're automatically assuming that they need your help.
Correct.
That's racist.
That's racism. Yeah.
Like they're fine. They
So
figure it out
the
themselves.
United Negro College Fund never existed, huh? Never existed. Is there a United White College Fund? No, there's not.
No, it's because white people are virtue signaling white women again. Like, oh, well, they need our help. I'm like, well, that's racist as fuck to think they need your help. They don't need your help.
Exactly.
They're good.
And I'm sure that there's people out there that would be glad to have the help. I remember when I was, I want to say 23, 24. I was going to a church with a buddy of mine, my buddy Jason. And we went to Detroit on a mission with a bunch of people from the church. And we went to a soup kitchen and fed people during the holidays.
That's fair.
Yeah. When you're literally standing in front of somebody that has nothing.
Yeah.
You feel sorry for people and you want to be a better person. You want to help somebody that's crying in front of you because you give them a Christmas gift because they can't afford to give their kids Christmas gifts. A lot of people have never experienced that. They just talk about it online like they've actually fucking done something.
Yep. I passed out gifts to kids in the city that I lived in a couple of years, just not playing Santa Claus because I wasn't big enough at the time, but to see the joy on the kids' faces of getting toys, like it really, I felt like, not that I was fixing anybody, but it made me feel good.
Yes.
Because I was helping other people.
Is a lot of these people are not, they've never done that before, ever. But they want to sit there and call that they're the greatest person ever and that their morals are better morals than what your morals are. But they've never actually done anything.
Yep.
They've never helped anybody that literally doesn't have anything. And that their kids are thankful that they got one Christmas gift under the fucking tree.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like a lot of these people are virtual signaling dickheads. And I have no time for it. This girl that's got a fucking lisp. What has she done? Has she done anything other than just go on fucking TikTok complaining?
What upsets me is where my mom worked 3 jobs, right?
Yeah.
And I had a grandmother who was going senile watching me, and I watched her. Whatever. That's what the point being. I am not fucking Albert Einstein. I dropped out in 10th grade. I'm not smart. I'm not stupid, but I'm not super intelligent either.
Yeah.
I wound up being an IT director, making like $160,000 a year. Got a divorce, ran a bar for a couple of years, and found a completely new discipline. And now I'm a director again. I'm not anything special, but I try. It's hustle.
Yeah.
The knowledge of the world is at your fingertips on your phone. If you don't know something about anything, it's your fault in 2025.
I think so. Yeah.
You're just being lazy and you're waiting for somebody to take care of you, which is something that I've never done.
You've never had the luxury to do it.
So my point being, I can't be racist because I look at somebody like this and go, you're probably about the same IQ, whatever. You can do what I did if you just tried.
Yeah, a lot of them don't. They want to call victim. They want the man or the white man's holding them down.
It's easier to blame other people for your misfortunes than it is to look at yourself. And even if it is somebody else's fault, sometimes shit doesn't go right and it's somebody else's fault.
Yeah, exactly.
It happens.
It happens. Sometimes somebody tries to use your ass. It happens.
Right. So you can spend, 5 years blaming everybody else for your misery, or you can go, okay, it was somebody else's fault. Legit. I've thought about it and I still think it's their fault, but you got to move forward. And people like this, and I'm not saying like the color of her skin, just in general, they don't get the hustle.
No.
But you got to try at life.
Yeah.
It doesn't come to you. You've got to go to it. You've got to attack it. You know what I mean? Like, you make movies. The movie didn't make itself.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
And this is why I get
my will. It took my money. It took my energy. It took my power. It took everything to pull it out. But I get people that minimize it every fucking time.
Yep.
Like, it's just a excuse me. Did you do that? No,
you shouldn't.
You did not.
Shouldn't. Derek, you and I are in a similar situation with our art in that you created a movie, and I know you've mentioned a couple times it didn't get the traction that you wanted and stuff like that, but people who watched it enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I write music, doesn't get the traction I would like, but it's about, like, it takes effort to make art or do what you want to do, become a director, move up in life, you know, and I will never apologize for my music.
Yeah.
Because I did it. Like, I didn't just think about doing it. I fucking, did it.
You know what skill that I had to hone and had to learn to adapt is growing up is picking myself off the floor, dusting myself off, and then continuing. That was something I had to learn over the years, and I fought it, and I didn't like it, but I had to learn that it is what it is, that you have to pick yourself off the floor and keep pushing, no matter what. I don't know if that's a male thing or if that's just how I was raised. I don't know, but a lot of people don't. They literally have one fail and it's over. Somebody else's fault. It's because I'm black. It's because I'm fucking whatever. You know what I mean? It's like no. I had to stumble and pull myself off the fucking floor dozens of times. I could have very easily just got into the bottle and just started sucking fucking alcohol and just blamed everybody else. You know what I mean?
Dare you? Yeah, no, I got you.
But I could have very easily did that. That's all I'm saying.
I drink because I'm bored. But like her, she's like 30 years old. I guarantee there's nobody in her life has told her, you fucked up. You got to fix this on your own. Figure it out.
But I mean, and that's not a slight towards you, Julio. I have a cousin that had an alcohol problem and literally died of alcoholism. So it's like it's in my family. So it's like I never want, yes, I had a good time when I was younger, but it was like I got to a point where it's like, you know what? I want to do other things. I want to experience different things in life. You know what I mean?
I think what every guy so my dad passed away alone in a 1-bedroom apartment, and he was a drunk, and nobody found him for a week.
Oh, wow.
Because he didn't have any relationships with his kids.
Yeah.
So I think what a man should want to do is be better than his father. Not say that my dad was terrible, but just go, I like that about my dad, and I'm going to carry that forward. But that I didn't like, I could do this better.
True.
That should be what I guess women too with their moms probably, but I'm not a woman, so I can't talk to that. But
you can't speak for it. Yeah.
That's always been my, drive. Like, I can do better than my dad did, and not as a diss on my father.
Yes.
Who I have respect for. I have his flag up on my mantle over there. He was a Vietnam vet and stuff like that.
Okay.
I just want to be a little better than him.
Yeah.
And I want my son to be better than me.
Yeah.
Not getting
and the little kid comes out in you that you want your father to be proud of you, to have approval. Like, son, you made something of yourself. You know what I mean?
It's funny, Derek, because I didn't meet my dad until I was 7.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So I was too young to really understand what that was about. But I met him again when I was 20. And I was talking to him, I'm like, holy fuck, I'm him. Like, genetics are real.
Yeah.
And it blew my mind. I'm like,
so you had a lot of traits of your father?
Really, a lot. And it's
pretty crazy.
I loved it. Actually, I was happy to learn that in a way. It made me happy. It made me feel like I had, I'm getting all ridiculous, but it made me feel like I had a dad because he was in me the whole time.
Yeah.
Was that gay? I'm sorry, Derek.
No. But no, I mean, it's on par with what we're watching is somebody that's just going to sit there and blame everybody else and not actually fucking put effort into something. So yeah, it's completely.
And no better example than American Eagle, right? Because I was a teen in the early 2000s, and I remember places like American Eagle, Aeropostale, Abercrombie and Fitch. Yes,
she was a kid in early 2000s, so that she's in her 30s,
at least.
Oh my God.
Is she going to say that she felt left out and she wasn't welcome in Abercrombie and Fitch?
In your 30s, fix yourself.
Abercrombie and Fitch was the worst out of all of the Y2K brands when it came to like ostracizing people. But, you know, Aeropostale and American Eagle were not
ostracizing people. The only thing I didn't like about those brands is because I'm a big guy and they only had up to like 2X and you had to special order like the bigger sizes. But they told you that, like, hey, you have to, like, we only have 2X in the store, but you have to special order it. Julio, you froze. My buddy Julio froze.
too far off. Okay, they still carried things like a 000. They weren't as inclusive when it came to their models or who they were hiring.
And there it is.
Are you back?
I think so. Am I?
Yeah, it's still you're still a little bit robotic.
Give me a minute to my internet to settle down.
Pause, and there it is. There it is. There it is. Her back is big, and that's why she's mad. If we're being honest, because, okay, if you don't know what she's referencing, because this was my era, okay, the Y2K era, to be a middle schooler in the mid 2010s, late 2000s was, you just had to be there. Okay, American Eagle, Hollister, Aeropostale, Abercrombie and Fitch, those were the 4 pillars. Those were the backbone of society. That was the Mount Rushmore of being a hot, fit, preppy kid in my day. And I remember everything started to go downhill when they shifted the standard. So if you don't know, back in the day, like Abercrombie and Fitch and the owners of these different brands were very adamant about the fact that they didn't want big backed people wearing their clothes. They wanted a particular aesthetic. The goal was to be an Abercrombie model, like to be.
Do you ever go into any of those stores with your kids or anything?
No, not really. I think Old Navy is the closest I've come to shopping somewhere where it was somewhat fashionable.
Yeah, so they would only hire people that were attractive looking. You never saw a whale in Abercrombie and Fitch.
Okay.
It was always like pretty girls, pretty guys. Like there was an aesthetic. And this girl, this land whale, was basically saying that there was no inclusivity, but they were upfront about what their hiring practices were. They didn't hide it.
I don't see anything wrong with it. It's like being mad at Hooters for, you know what I mean? Like that's their bit. I've gone shopping. I have 3 daughters. I've gone shopping with them in clothing stores.
Mm-hmm.
They like to chat with the girls that work there about, oh, I like this. You like this? And it's got to be somebody that looks cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My girls were young, so they want to, oh, she's young and attractive.
And honestly, if you're going in there and trying to find a t-shirt or whatever it is, and you have you ask a hot girl that works there, I'm like, what do you think? Honestly, what do you think? And they'll tell you.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, you don't like that, but how about this? Okay. You know what I mean? Like, I want a hot girl telling me if it looks good.
Correct. Yep. I agree. Even if they're lying.
Even if they're lying, it's just like,
yeah.
I mean, because if I'm wearing purple with fucking polka dots, I'm not asking a hot girl if that looks fucking good.
Right. And it's it's the PR front to the business.
Correct.
It's the same thing if you're in a normal, like if you know how pharmacists, they hire women to go to doctor's offices to try to sell them the new pills.
Yeah.
They're always fucking hot. Or they're a guy who looks sharp. You're not going to send somebody who looks like me out there to try to sell clothes. I mean, I'm being honest here.
400 pounds.
2025 me anyway, but yeah, but it's nothing wrong with that. People like good-looking people. It's the same. Yes. When I watch movies, I like to see nice-looking people. When I interact with the front of a business, it makes a difference. Even if you try to pretend it doesn't, it does.
Yeah. And it's like, I don't want to see regular people up front.
No. And that will never change.
Yeah. You're selling the charm and you're selling the lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you're selling.
Yep. I want to be like that person.
Yeah. If I go to a store and want to buy a boat and a hot girl approaches me about buying a boat, guess what I'm doing? Listening to her.
Mm-hmm. What's the old saying in wrestling, Derek? Women want to be with them and men want to be them.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's important. This is all feminist shit where it's just like, I can't be that. therefore I'm going to hate it, and then I'm going to pull out every word that I can to try to disparage anybody from thinking that way. And just over the years, it's gotten worse. Because before it's like, you're a whore, you're a slut. Now it's like, you're a fascist and a Nazi. You know what I mean? They just keep ramping it up to try to disparage people from doing stuff.
Yep. And I think they should be more concerned about working on themselves than trying to drag down other people. It's like crabs in a barrel.
Yes.
Mentality, I think.
Because it's not bettering them. They're not making more money by calling people Nazis online. It's not bettering their situation.
It'd be like me talking about this guy who's, good shape, whatever. I mean, but whatever, and going, well, fuck this guy. He's I'm like, no, Mike, you're fat and you need to lose weight, and that's on you. It's my fault.
Yeah.
Not his or Brad Pitt's.
Exactly. It's not Brad Pitt's fault that I'm fat.
No,
I've got my whole life. So
yeah, I wish I looked like him. I should maybe do something about
it. Wish I had some of Brad Pitt's genes.
Yeah. Well, it's good to be him. That is true.
He called, like, for someone to come up to you and say that you look like an Abercrombie model was like the greatest compliment back in the day.
Yeah.
Or if you, in my high school, if you got a job at the Hollister that was over at Eastland Mall in Bloomington, Illinois, you were popular and hot. Okay, you had to be of a certain aesthetic. And not to say that like you have to hate on people who can't come to your brand, but this just is.
He's got to be my age. He might be a little bit younger than me, but he's probably around my age.
You think so? Yeah, 40 or so.
Yeah, I'd probably say late 30s, early 40s. Because some of the stuff he's talking about is right in my age group.
Yeah, like, working at the mall at the
Aeropostale and all that stuff was really popular when I was in my late teens, early 20s.
Yeah, my youngest daughter got a job in Hot Topic. It was the best day of her life. She's like, this is cool in my school, and now I work there. It's like,
yeah,
that's cool. I like
space for you. And having that type of gatekeeping is what kept things cool and fresh and made people desire to want to be a part of that exclusivity. You know what I mean? And the second they stopped having that because the lawsuits started coming, they got mad at the people for wearing a 000 and being snatched and having their body in shape or being too skinny. Then as soon as that aesthetic went away, so did the brands, so did their prominence. It's like they still exist today, but nobody's wearing that. I mean, they're slowly making a comeback. I know Abercrombie & Fitch is making a big comeback lately. American Eagle is fighting for their life. And this ad made me want to go buy American Eagle jeans. I don't think I've ever bought jeans from American Eagle, but I'm going to the mall today to buy some because of this ad. Because
you know why?
It's hot again.
Because he's a fashion
prioritizing
what he
hot
just said.
people.
What he just said, because it's hot again, because it's fashionable now.
Yes.
And he wants to be fashionable because he's a fashionable guy.
Yes. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
But these idiots want to act like there is because, like I said, they're jealous and they're going to pull out every word that they can to disparage somebody.
They can't get to it's like when they don't want me at their party when the truth is, they don't want you at their party.
Basically,
maybe you should do something. If it's that important to you, do something to make it so you're presentable to go to their party.
It's true.
Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
Has been what made America the beacon of culture and Western society and Hollywood and glamour and art. Back in the
what it is okay, so you have some sort of status. And if you're down here, you want to go up to the status because you want to be like them.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly like them, but you want their status, you want their clout, you want their popularity. Nowadays, it's, well, they're up here and you're down here. We want to lower them so that they're down here with me, which is bullshit. That is, it's never worked that way. Nope. There's always been somebody that's a little sharper, a little better looking, speaks a little bit better. They're smarter. They're more put together. There's always going to be people like that.
Especially when you're young.
Yeah.
I'm, 57 now. I'm not trying to be anybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when you're 20 something, this is, it's like a big deal when you're trying to look for a mate or somebody who you're attracted to. You're trying to say, well, what is the other sex like? I'm going to be like the guys that they like. You know what I mean?
Because it's like the girls are flocking to that guy. Mm-hmm. I want to be kind of that white guy because I want the girls flocking to me. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't work half the time, but that's the mindset. That's where you want to try to be. Now it's like, no, we want to bring everything down to land whale status so that everybody feels like accepted, which is bullshit because you're basically shitting on exceptional. If somebody's exceptional and they've got if they got jib, if they got that charisma,
the Riz,
the Riz, you're gonna pull that person down because he makes you feel like you're inadequate because you are inadequate.
Yeah, you're trying to blame somebody for not being attracted to you as opposed to trying to make yourself attractive to the people you want to be with.
This is all this whole thing. That's what it's all about. All these fucking TikTok people want to bring people down because they are 300 pounds and don't want to put the work in.
Yep.
They don't want to be successful. They want to just cry and whine on fucking TikTok.
This never even would have been a discussion, but now it is. Okay. And it's actually funny. I want to touch on the Brooke Shields aspect of this. So if you don't know and you're not familiar, because I'm like a pop culture fanatic, so like I love old school golden era Hollywood. Brooke Shields, if you don't know her, iconic model, actress, etc., close friend of Michael Jackson and Elizabeth Taylor, just the epitome of supermodel. Well, her big break, you could argue, was back in the day, she did an ad for Calvin Klein, which was this similar aesthetic. It was about the denim jeans. And do we have that clip? We can play just a little bit of it, just to show the similarity.
The secret of life lies hidden in the genetic code. Genes are fundamental in determining the characteristics of an individual and passing on these characteristics to succeeding generations.
That is kind of similar there.
It is real similar.
I didn't think of that. I haven't seen
those
this
American
ad.
Eagle ads that we showed with Sydney Sweeney are throwback commercials, just with a hot girl in it. And she was a hot girl back in the day, but I'm just saying, is there a throwback commercial?
Yep.
I mean, the shit always comes back around. I'm a firm believer of that. Something that was popular then is going to eventually be popular again.
Yep. I'm sure the advertising executive on American Eagle went, well, this worked before.
Yeah.
Let's try it again.
Yeah, let's do a throwback and we'll have Sydney Sweeney or some other hot girl do it.
Certain conditions produce a structural change in the gene, which will bring about the process of evolution.
That's exactly.
This may occur
It's the
in one
same
or more
thing,
of the
Derek.
following ways. Firstly, by selective mating, in which a single gene type proves superior in transmitting its genes to future generations.
A bit much.
Secondly,
So you guys get the appeal.
It's the
Like you see,
same
it's a similar
thing.
thing. Now, this ad, what's funny about this ad is that it was controversial too, back when it first came out, but it wasn't controversial for the reasons that we have today, because the original version received no backlash about eugenicism or backlash about being fascist or about it being a white person that's like proud of the way they look. And that's because back then, white people weren't pushed into this corner of self-hatred where they were told that they had to be ashamed of being white to the point where it became abnormal for a white person to.
I just make it perfectly clear. I'm not ashamed to be white.
No, I love being white.
And if somebody thinks I should be, go fuck yourself. Bye.
That Brooke Shields commercial was something. I didn't know it was that. I mean, she's like, look, pretty people want to be with pretty people.
Yeah.
Like me.
It was the
so buy these jeans.
For sure, yeah.
It was, I mean, that was something.
Yeah.
Knowledge that they were attractive or had good genes. Okay, that was back when more white people had that backbone and they weren't playing any games about being Caucasian. But nowadays, it's like you have to be ashamed of being blue-eyed and blonde hair or whatever it is. And that, to me, it's what's funny about this and that callback. What I will agree, though, with that second hater, Exhibit B girl, is that this was an interesting ad for them to call back to. And I can understand the backlash on that because Brooke Shields was 15 or 16 when that ad first happened. And that being said, it is weird that she was being so sexualized in that manner as a teenager. But you could then at the same time have the pushback of it was a different era. Does that make it any better? No. But you do have to remember that you can't always view things with the moral lens that we have today as the same as back then, because back then it was.
So it is weird as a 57-year-old guy looking at a 16-year-old girl being sexualized like that. It's just bizarre to me. But who were they selling to? They were selling to high school girls, right?
Yes.
Wear the hot new jeans
Guys and girls, but especially girls.
So you're not going to have it. Well, Sydney Sweeney is 20-something, but generally speaking, you're not going to have like a 35-year-old woman in a jeans commercial to try to attract the 16-year-old money, where they go, Mom, I want some Calvin Klein jeans, which is what was hot in the 80s. Like that's what girls wanted for Christmas.
Calvin Klein's and Jordache.
Yep. So they're going to make some, they didn't put a 40-year-old guy in the commercial selling G.I. Joe action figures, is my point.
No.
So a little weird. She was 16. It's young, but I kind of get it why they did that.
I mean, yes, but I guarantee I could probably do about 5 minutes of research and find other things throughout the history where they were using somebody younger for something that was questionable.
Well, okay, so she's a 16-year-old girl selling jeans to 16-year-old girls.
Basically, yeah.
Fine, but her talking about, genetics and
the land whale would have not known about that because they don't do any fucking research until somebody else brought it up.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
She's just repeating the bullshit that somebody else said. Because she probably had no idea who Brooke Shields was.
Yeah, she was accidentally right though. Because you're right. I haven't seen that commercial for fucking since I was 16, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
But watching that commercial and watching the Sydney Sweeney commercial, I'm like, oh, it's a copy.
It's pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Throwback, yeah.
There wasn't as much stigma around having someone be 16 and doing something like that. But I would like to believe that PDF files weren't as prominent back then. And if they were a bit more scared and ashamed than they are now. But I could be wrong on that. Obviously, I wasn't alive in that era because that was, I don't even know what decade that was. I don't know how old Brooke Shields is, and I won't age that.
I'd have been 80s.
But Brooke Shields isn't ashamed of the ad. Brooke Shields is still to this day proud of that ad and proud of how iconic that ad is and the fact that it stands the test of time. It's one of the most iconic denim ads of all time. And I don't blame Brooke for not being ashamed of it, but I can understand the pushback of people being like, in today's day and age, you could argue that it's tone deaf that they would call back to an ad that did sexually exploit a teenage girl in that way. So in their defense, I will give that. But considering that
I'm not giving them shit. So basically you're going to refer to something that happened 40 years ago that you didn't know about. And then all of a sudden, because you want to own something or you want to own someone, you're going to bring back that and be like, oh, because she was 16. I guarantee you I can bring some shit back using the same logic.
I think what the point he's trying to make is he's an older fella. This guy, I would imagine, upper 30s at least, right? 40 something.
Yeah, I would say he's probably late 30s, early 40s.
Yeah, so watching a young girl in that commercial would be like it was for me watching it. I'm like, I don't know. But if you're 16, which is who they were trying to get to buy their stuff, it made sense. I don't know. It's complicated, I think.
Yeah, because when was that commercial probably aired during back then?
Oh, it was aired whenever there were shows on that teenagers were watching.
What other teen shows were back then? Saved by the Bell wasn't quite out because Saved by the Bell was in the 90s. What was like some specifically for young girls back then? Barbies?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what sitcoms back then had like cute guys that girls would watch.
Yeah.
Maybe Kirk Cameron, whatever his show was, they liked him.
Yeah.
Hardy Boys, Sean Cassidy. I'm aging myself here, but I'm just trying to guess.
Well, yeah, we're talking late 70s, early 80s.
Yeah, whatever shows they thought girls were watching, I'm sure is.
That's when it was. Yes, that's when it was being played. Not during fucking He-Man.
No, or A-Team.
Or A-Team. Not something that mostly guys would be watching.
Thunder in Paradise.
So the logic is flawed, big time. If she was 14 doing that, then I'd be like, that's a little much. 16?
It's a dangerous thing to talk about nowadays. So I will, but I know what I was.
It's a dangerous thing because they're the ones bringing it up, trying to fucking use it as a own.
When I was 16, I know what was on my mind 24/7.
Yeah.
Girls.
Yeah.
Right.
But
even
we were
though I
up
wasn't
at age when that came out.
right.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying is they're trying to use it as a weapon to own somebody, and it's bullshit.
Sweeney is a grown woman. In my mind, she made it better. She made it better. Is it as iconic as Brooke Shields is? No, but she made it better simply because she is a grown woman doing that ad. And it is at a time where we desperately need to make America hot again and to stop prioritizing BMI positivity and start prioritizing hot, attractive people and utilizing the assets that people have for good. And that's all I have to say about that. Let me know, cousins, if you agree. Is this ad weird? Is it cool? Does it make you want to go buy American Eagle, or does it make you never want to shop at American Eagle again if you ever have in the first?
That guy was on point. Loved
He
it.
was. He's pretty good.
Agreed with.
I don't think
everything he
I've
said.
ever. I might have bought a shirt at American Eagle. I don't think I've ever bought pants there. I don't think I've ever bought anything else other than maybe a shirt.
I don't remember ever going shopping for clothes. My mom would just, well, Mike needs clothes. I'll go out and get clothes. And she'd measure me with the tape measure and just go out and whatever she brought back.
Okay.
I wore, like, my style hasn't changed. When I was in high school, I wore button-down work shirts, untucked, jeans, and dock shoes.
Okay.
That was my look. I wear the same thing now. I've never changed. Never
When I
really-
was 12 years old, my mom had the clothes hamper and handed it to me and said, "You're doing your own laundry now." I was like
not
12
me.
years old. And then my mom didn't buy anything for me after, or basically pick something up for me and say, "Here." Like, they would provide the money for school clothes, and then I would go buy my own school clothes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So what would you go? Well, were you driving at that point, or did you go out with your
No. They would
buddies?
drive, and then me and my brother would go and buy our school clothes. They wouldn't sit there and.
I never got the option.
Yeah. But like I said, she literally handed the clothes basket to us and said, "Here, do your own damn laundry."
Yep.
So when I ran into people that was like in mid-20s back in the day and they didn't know how to do their laundry, I'm like, what is wrong with you, dude?
Let me tell you
I
this.
was doing my shit like at 12.
Do you know? This is embarrassing. So I have been with my mom or a girlfriend or a wife my entire life up until a year and a half ago. I had no clue how to do laundry.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not kidding. So I thought to myself, I said, self? Well, first I looked it up on the internet. Surprisingly enough, there's no one way to do it. So I'm like, I think if you do it in hot, it'll shrink. So I just washed all my stuff in cold, and I still do that. Just everything in cold to make sure it doesn't shrink. I have no clue what I'm doing. No clue.
Okay, I'd be making fun of you back then.
No, you should have been making fun of me. You're right. I said I wouldn't. I don't think I told anybody that. Like, what are you, 55 and you don't know how to do laundry? I'm like, no. I don't. I have 4 kids. I've changed 6 diapers my entire life. It's just, you don't know what you don't know, Derek. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not judging. I'll be judging the landfill, but I won't judge you.
I had somebody taking care of that stuff for most of my life. I made the money. That was my job. I was good at that.
You were good at making the money.
I was.
That's good. It's good to
Still
know.
all right with it. Not bad.
Yeah. But okay, I think we're done.
Yep.
I think it was a good stream.
That was fun. I'm glad you said you were going to do it, and I'm glad you let me.
Yeah, I kind of felt like streaming, and then these two were like hot subjects that people were talking about, and it was driving me freaking insane with these freaking girls making the dumb comments and shit.
Well, do you feel better now, Derek? Are you?
Yeah, I got a lot of it off my chest, and I've got, I'm centered. I got the I'm centered. I'm more centered now.
All right, dude. I will see you tomorrow at 6 Eastern to do our movie review.
Yes, yeah, we're gonna do our movie review tomorrow, and yeah, So yeah, I always have fun doing these things, and this was a topic that like I was getting under my skin. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good to talk about.
Always fun to chat with
you. Like, yo, you want to do this?
Yep. Always fun chatting with you, Derek. Seriously.
Yeah, really it's always fun because I like because we look at the world similar, but then we also don't look at the world similar. So it's like it's good always having a different perspective on things. Because I don't know, like I'll look at something a certain way, and maybe I haven't explored that side of things. You know what I mean? So you teach me some things or a different way of looking at it that I've never looked at it that way. You know what I mean?
Feel the same way from you, and I think that we come from very different childhoods. But we both come from challenging childhoods in our own way.
Yeah, I think so.
And I think we've both come to where we are now, other than doing laundry. Mostly on our own.
But when we also came from you work hard and
work ethic,
and things will work out if you work hard.
That's right.
If you put yourself out there, things will work out.
Yep.
And I think there are some things that there's a lot of things that we were raised differently, but it's almost sort of like some of the moral code is kind of the same.
That's a great way to put it. I agree. I don't know if it's when we grew up, the time was different. I'm not sure, or we just have a motor.
It's possible. All right, sir.
Dude. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm gonna go bum rush.